Hello, everybody. Welcome to the latest edition of the Straight Shootin' series. We are joined by Raven and Sandman. The date
Where's that voice coming from?
I don't know.
It's like Pigs in Space. Remember that from the Muppets?
Pigs in space.
And they're all up in the air. Remember that? Tremendous.
The date is January 27th, 2005, and we're already underway. I got a feeling I'm not going to get a lot of questions in, so...
I'm straight, so this could go either way, people.
He's working the new CM Punk gimmick. He's straight edge, which means he's better than you are, which doesn't speak much for you.
Not at all.
Everybody remembers you first from your famous feud in ECW. Why don't you take us through the feud? When did you guys first find out you were going to work a program with each other?
I've never met you before in my life.
I don't know this guy.
I've never seen... I remember the first time I met you, you were trying on underwear in the Goodwill box.
I was?
Yes.
And he was trying to pick up my wife.
Yes, and she gave me the bat cave, the Bastion Booger bat cave. And she squatted on my face.
And he loved it.
And then you had those two kids of yours that had to be mine because they were way too smart to be yours. Because their IQ is way too off the charts.
Well,
I think I must have artificially insperminated your wife. I don't know what that means. Anyway, remember when I stole your doormat? It said go away.
I was just thinking when you left the message on your answering machine, you said, "You idiot dum-dums, you should have robbed my house," because I said, "Don't rob my house." That's the first thing I thought of, was you stealing my doormat.
Yeah, he had this doormat. It said go away. It was the greatest doormat ever. Because everybody else would have a doormat that says welcome. He has a doormat that said go away. And I thought, oh, this is great. I got to steal it.
I love that doormat.
So, and he was like, there's no way you're stealing it, because he knew I wanted it. So I stole it from his Tampa apartment, and I smuggled it.
No, you didn't. It was in Philly.
Was it in Philly?
It was my house in Philly.
Well, whatever. Anyway, I stole it from somewhere, and then I smuggled it out when he wasn't looking, and smuggled it in my suitcase.
He did.
I took it, and then when he came to Atlanta to visit,
he was at WCW. I was still at ECW.
Right, and so he wasn't. He actually came by my house. And I wasn't there, and he was going to steal it, but I knew he was going to do that, so I actually put it inside the house.
So I could look through the window, and I could see the thing, but I couldn't grasp it.
Yes, because the house I was living in at the time had like the little window next to the front door, so he could look in the window, see it sitting there right within his grasp, but he couldn't get to it. No, I bought a condo since then.
I thought that was a condo.
No, that was a townhouse. That was right next door to the Titty Bar, where we live right next door to the Titty Bar. Anyway, so he couldn't, but then for like 6 months he refused to admit that he ever came by the house to try and steal it back.
I don't know what he's
But I actually had the place dusted for fingerprints. And I had
the doorbell dusted.
Yes, so I knew you were there. It was tremendous. Yeah, no, that's when we lived right next door next to the Titty Bar. It was great.
And then he also, tell him about the original ECW belt he still got somewhere in his house that he stole from
Mikey
me.
Whipwreck has it.
Mikey stole it from you?
Mikey promised me that so many times, that chiseler. He promised me that belt. Oh, I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send it to you.
How did he get it?
He stole it from Taz from the school.
Wait a minute, I thought you stole it from me.
No, I never got it. No, Taz got it.
It was in your bag at the bottom of the basement at 10th Street at Sam's.
No, they got it from me when I lost the belt. No, when they switched the belts over, they took it from me. They put it in the school, and then because they gave me that belt. First they gave Taz the TV belt. Think about that. They gave
next to the one that he had made up for himself.
Think about that.
His mantle.
They replaced the TV belt before they replaced the heavyweight belt. How about that?
That's because Taz bought it. He paid his own money for it.
Okay. But that a little odd. They replaced the TV belt before they replaced the World Heavyweight belt. Even though the World Heavyweight belt was in much more disarray.
Oh, that thing was... I remember my kids put the fucking with the fake little diamond gems on it. Painted it up with their crayons and stuff. Yeah, the thing looked good for a day, and then Shane started beating it against the post as soon as it got done.
Yeah, these kids used to paint on it, and then they tried to paint it to make it better, but it's such a crappy piece of schlock. And they put little rhinestones on it. And they were like, they were so proud of themselves.
Actually, I did it, but I blame the youngsters on it.
Anyway, so then Mikey stole it from the school, and he still has it, even though he swears he's going to mail it to me any day now. So I'm still waiting. Every day I check the mail, and I still don't get it. It's been 3 years since he promised me.
The FedEx man hasn't arrived with it yet.
Yeah,
I'll check Mikey at the Frank Goodman show. He shows up with those.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to get him. I'm going to give him an Atomic Noogie. Sergeant Slaughter's old finish, the Atomic Noogie. That was a tremendous finish. I can't believe it.
Slaughter used the noogie?
Remember, did they use the noogie, Gabe?
I just remember the Cobra Clutch.
No, after the Cobra Clutch.
I thought he used the claw hold on the gut.
No, that was Baron von Raschke. That was Baron von Stevie. Remember that?
That was good.
That was tremendous. What? Yeah. So wait. So anyway, so Mikey's got the belt, and then I don't know who had the actual belt, the real heavyweight belt. Who's got that?
I
have
no idea.
A mystery for the ages.
Did
you watch I don't know. Did you watch the ECW DVD yet?
No, but I heard a lot about it.
I just saw The Wizard of Oz for the first time the other day.
Shut up. Yes, you hate it. That's my line. Act like you didn't say it. All right, ask me a question.
Did you just see that?
I don't know. I just saw The Wizard of Oz for the first time. I hate him using my lines. Yeah, did you have a snot rag in your back?
Yes,
if you see him with one of these, he stole the idea from me.
Absolutely not. The snot rag, see the handy dandy snot rag.
Oh, he does have one. He doesn't even blow his nose.
I've invented the snot rag. It was from a previous
when we went to WCW, I swear to God, everyone was like, the Sandman's trying to act too much like Raven with a snot rag in his fucking back pocket. Little did they know that he stole the gimmick from me, just like he plagiarized every other move that I ever used in the ring.
Oh, it was great, too. And then the worst part was I used to go to the ring and have my snot rag in the back pocket. They would pull it out, and they'd go flag on the play, and then it would go flying to the ground, but I didn't know it. So the first time I went to the ring and I went to pull the snot rag out, to use in the finish when I blow my nose and stick it in the guy's face, and there was no snot rag back there. So then they thought it was really funny. So then the next time they tried to get me again, so I played along, and then they're like, we got him again. And then, but I had a second one stashed in there, and I pulled it out, and they're like, foiled again. I showed you. But yeah, and actually the snot rag I invented for you, and then you never used it, so I figured I'd use it myself. And now I don't know.
No, I never did the snot gimmick with it.
Yeah, well, because now I can't use it because kilts don't have a pocket.
You're killing me.
Yeah, and I'm suing. Well, no, now I got like a battle skirt, but I'm suing Piper for gimmick infringement.
What is the difference between a battle skirt and a kilt?
It's more like Brad Pitt and Troy.
Oh, I love that movie. I just saw that. Shit, he got the line out before me. Damn it.
So I never saw the ECW DVD either yet. Have you seen it, Gabe?
Yeah, I saw it. It was real good.
I keep meaning to see it, but I haven't got around to seeing it yet.
I heard I was.
And considering since Paulie hadn't talked to me in about 10 years, I heard he actually puts me over, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he puts you over huge.
Yeah, because he never tells.
Because he knows he's getting fired soon. He's going to have to start another company, and he hope you'll be out of your TNA contract by then.
This is before he was getting fired, though. This is before he was getting fired. But I haven't seen it, though. I was going to, I actually bought it. And before even thinking that I could have just called Dreamer up to get free copies. Well, like an idiot, so I bought it, but it came with a cool hat, and I wear the hat all the time.
It came with a hat, too?
It comes with one of these kind of hats. It's black. It says ECW in the front. So I wear the hat all the time, but I haven't got around to watching the DVD because it's like 3 hours, and we're really cutting on my poker playing time.
Oh, you're one of them celebrity poker players?
No, I just play it all the time. It's tremendous.
What, online?
No, I play like a game. I play like there's a game like every night. Last night I won $670.
Where at?
So there's a game like every night in Atlanta somewhere.
Oh, one of them different bars?
No, different people's
How
houses.
do you win? You don't have a poker face.
Yes, I do.
Do you? It's looking hilarious.
That's my self face too.
He's so.
This is me when I'm hurt. This is me when I'm mad.
That's a pair of aces. That's kings in the hole.
That's tremendous. That's actually how the cruiserweights. When you watch the high spot guys, this is when they get in the heat on the guys, they're like this. And then when they're selling really bad, when the guys beat up, they're like. And then when they're doing the big high spots, they're like.
Who are the cruiserweights?
You know, all the flippity floppity guys.
Oh, them guys.
What are you doing with that thing?
I don't know. The thing's really irritating me.
You're gonna electrocute us. Hey, what is the deal with this bed thing here? This is a hell of a setup.
We're in a studio. People aren't supposed to know that.
Oh, they don't know.
We're in 106 of the Marriott. Come on by.
Hey, pay no attention. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Pay no attention to Gabe, the man behind the curtain. All right, what kind of questions did you want to ask us?
I asked something about our feud, and I don't remember the first. I don't remember the match.
Oh wait, I remember what it was.
I remember him coming into a strip club and asking around for my wife. This is before he was even in ECW. I swear to God, he was in a strip club asking around for my wife, and I had heat with him, and I didn't even know him yet.
Well, what was I asking for your wife?
I don't know. I don't know. She came home one day and said Scotty was. She said that Raven guy, or were you even calling?
I think that was a rib or something. Or something.
I don't know.
I know. I remember there was a story.
He's known. He lives in strip clubs, so I don't know.
No, there was a story to that, but I can't remember what it was. Or no, you know what that was? That was a rib you were playing on me, you moron.
What? Curses.
You were ribbing me.
I was?
Yeah, that was a rib, I think, that you tried to pull on me, and now you actually think it happened, you numbnuts.
I was a little bit high back in those days.
Yeah, no, I remember what happened. You couldn't get over, so they had you getting a feud with me so I could carry your ass.
Yeah, right. I was God at that point already, I believe.
Yeah, you were
No, I wasn't.
You know who you were so over with was Bubba's sister. He used to get so.
Bubba's sister.
She used to dance to your music all the time, and I used to tease Bubba. I used to get so mad because she would like your music be playing, and she'd be in there.
No, Bubba's Shoot sister.
Yeah, Bubba's Shoot sister.
I have no idea who she is. Never
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
But,
So I used to always tease Bubba that his sister, like, you know, she used to like love your stuff. She used to come on dancing to you when you were out.
I mean, can you blame the girl?
I guess not. You know what? You want to hear something bizarre?
Any more bizarre than Bubba Ray having a sister, the Dudley sister?
Yeah, she's actually a real sister.
Does she wear them glasses?
You know how like they have like in every major city they have like the local not like a newspaper but like the creative loafing thing. It's called creative loafing in Atlanta. They have like a maggot like
Is it the one where you can find all the
like the city paper? Yeah, like city paper.
Yeah, city paper.
All the upcoming events. And
Yeah,
that
the
kind
city
of
paper. The one in Atlanta, the new one has New Jack on the cover.
Why?
What?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, he looks familiar. I'm like,
Got New Jack on the cover?
yeah, he's got New Jack on the cover.
Is he behind bars?
No, he's like, yeah, he got off.
Yeah, I think they brushed the bars.
They airbrushed the bars out. No, but the guy was putting him over. The guy was like talking about how charismatic he is, and you know, and blah blah blah, and how he got off, you know, and New Jack for after he stabbed the guy 14 times, and
Did that actually happen?
yeah, what's the deal with that, Gabe?
I haven't been following it.
Come on, Gabe, you follow everything.
No, I haven't been following that.
What about your flunky over there? Ask your flunky. He's kind of been quiet over there.
It's the girl behind the curtain.
Yeah, but it was just bizarre that like. You know, like, and then I guess he got a tryout in New York too. Does he get a job in New York?
I heard that went about a minute and a half. He blew up, and then he goes, "I don't got to try out for nobody. If you don't know who I am by now," and then he said, "I'm out of here."
There's the story.
All right. So much for that.
Obviously, I got it from a reliable source then.
I get along with New Jack. I was just curious. I was just surprised to see New Jack on the cover of the equivalent of the city paper. All right. So what were we talking about?
We were talking about me beating you up constantly.
Oh yeah, and then we had the barbed wire match. I see that. No, I remember that. You know what? That was when I got out of rehab too. I came out of rehab.
No, it wasn't. You got out of rehab. We took a drive through your old neighborhood. Oh,
No.
look at the cloud. I swear to God, I picked him up from rehab. He's supposed to be here for 28 days. He lasted 5.5.
10.
10 it was?
Yeah, otherwise my insurance wouldn't have paid for it.
With the Sandman factor, it goes to 5.5 back in them days. As soon as he got out, popped a couple perks, took a drive through his old neighborhood. I swear to God, he's like, "Oh, smell the grass." There's somebody cutting grass. Yeah, he was in jail for 25 years in solitary. And we had to drive through the old. He's taking me through the old. Oh, remember this house? And where was it? In jail?
Actually, that's almost accurate. What actually happened was you picked me up, we put the top down.
I remember that.
But it was like the most beautiful day of the year. Maybe it just had been for 10 days.
It was like winter. Was it winter time?
No, it was like it was like 60 degrees. It was beautiful. The trees, the leaves.
See, that's exactly how it was.
It was like I was in solitary for 6 years.
That's what you get when you make them straight after 10 years of partying.
Anyway, so then I went to the pill doctor because to go get some pills, and then I went and bought some booze. So obviously the rehab didn't take that time. And then I'd go to the studio and cut a promo, and you were too lazy to drive.
Did I send my wife?
Yeah, you sent Witchy Poo to drive me up there, and so I was driving. But since I'd been sober for 10 days, like 3 beers and 5 pills, and I was like plastered, and I was like,
the New Jersey Turnpike. And then you took her off Exit 10 to go buy an album or something like that.
I don't remember that.
It took you like 7 hours to get there.
I was a mess. And then I got there and I wrote this great promo, right?
Oh, that promo was awesome, though.
I wrote this great promo, but I was so fucked up that there's no way I could remember it, right? I'm like, and Paulie's like, come on, and I didn't want to stay there all night trying to memorize it or trying to get the gist in my head. So I just wrote it down, and then I just taped it to her back because she was sitting on my lap, right? She was sitting on she used to always sit on my lap, right? So she's sitting on my lap. I just taped it to her back, and I was just like, I just kind of like just right off her back. And at one point, you can actually hear me going, is I'm peeling page 1 off of page 2, and then I read the rest of it, and I was like, all right, let's get out of here, witchy poo, and then we drove back.
And that's funny shit.
That's how you beat the system.
I forgot all about that. And then remember the one we taped inside my house with Meanie, where the life preserver around Meanie, I still use it to this day. Whenever there's a midget, I just crack up thinking of putting a life preserver around.
What do we do?
Remember we put her in front of the TV. She was watching like snow, and it was Tyler's birthday. And he like,
right.
Why did they showed her? Paulie put it on TV. He liked it.
Yeah, well, it was. Yeah, Tyler was watching the TV. And
just Lori was watching the TV.
Yeah, Lori's watching the TV, and all this is snow.
Yeah, and then we had a birthday party, and the Meanie's trying to entertain. Here, and you can B-roll this. Yeah, you can B-roll this through the story. You can show it.
We had a birthday party for Tyler, right? And Meanie showed up with a.
We got a life preserver out of like the garage or something. Like, here, put this on. This is funny.
Yeah, life preservers are funny on.
And then the Beanie started throwing the cars at him, and then Ty went and got like a present out of the thing or something. You went ballistic or something like that.
Yeah, I know. It was good stuff. That's what I vaguely remember of it.
I think I got the gist of that one.
How about the time when you overdosed? That was a pretty good story.
Go ahead. Since nobody wrestling knows the story, we might as well tell it now. 60 miles north or south of Indianapolis?
South.
South? I think that's where we were north.
No, we might have been.
You pick it up from here.
All right. So
I'll take a nap.
I'll wake you when it's over.
All right.
I just like we woke up last time.
agree with
I'll just wake you with hypodermic just like last time. Give me 60 cc's of adrenaline. Stat. I don't recommend this. Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah, really.
This is before I got clean and sober, and before his whatever he claims he is now. And
clean.
This is in my Keith Richards.
Sober.
I was in my Jim Morrison / Keith Richards phase, and so I was busy shooting up Oxycontins. And Sandman decided that he wanted to be like me and shoot up as well.
I had only snorted up to this date.
He wanted to be cool like me, which it isn't actually cool, but at the time I thought it was cool. And it really isn't, but at the time I thought it was, because I wanted to be Keith Richards. But I was actually in my Jim Morrison phase, because I had my leather pants that I wore every day.
Oh, you did wear them leather pants.
But they never smelled, though. They never smelled. Leather pants don't smell. And then I had the full facial beard, and the long hair, and I had the big
like
Jim Morrison belly.
Right?
Was that?
This is like 99, right?
Yeah, the second ECW run. Yeah. And I was a mess.
It was February 15th.
Really, was it?
Because remember, I almost died on New Year's Day that nobody knew about. New Year's Day, I almost bled to death from that ulcer, and then that was the second time in like a month that I had almost died. Yeah. I was code blue twice in a month.
Damn hard luck. I mean, that you almost died. I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway. Anyway, so
it was the same year Virginia played Florida State in the college.
It actually is a pretty fucked up story. I mean, we're making light of it, but it's actually pretty fucked up. But but honestly, it's actually a pretty fucked up story. But there's some really funny highlights in it. Is what's entertaining about it.
Yeah, that's right, Daddy. His lips are turning blue.
Yeah, there's some funny spots in it. It's really not funny, and I'm not proud of it.
If we did laugh about it now, we'd be crying.
Exactly, and I'm not proud of it, and I'm honestly, not to make like a public service message, but I'm not glad. I'm glad I did it, but I'm so glad I'm clean. I would never go back and do it again. And I don't know how I survived it. I'm glad I did, but I'll never go back and do it again. I mean, I'm so fucking lucky I survived it.
I don't know how I survived being your friend through it.
Yeah, and I don't recommend anybody doing it. I mean, it's not cool and it's not fucking. It's just I had a lot of fucking issues, a lot of baggage. I had so many issues. I should have started my own magazine.
Oh, God.
Put that over.
That's
tremendous. I had so much baggage. I needed a porter to carry them. Anyway,
but you wouldn't tip them.
Anyway, so we're driving. So
60 miles south.
We pull over the sleaziest bathroom we could find.
Wait a minute, who's in the car? I thought it was.
I'll get there. I pull over the sleaziest bathroom we could find because me and Sammy always had to do everything the sleaziest way we could. And there's so I got my kit out with all my works, and so we tied off, and so I'm shooting up, and then Sandman says, and I give him like the little baby dose, and he's like, no, I want the bigger dose. I'm like, you're not ready for it. He's like, yo, idiot face, if you can do it, I can. I'm like, no, you can't. I'm like, I'm prepared. I've been training. I've been doing it for a lot longer. He's like, I can do it. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So he does it. We get back in the car, and I mean, this is the sleaziest bathroom. It's like the bathroom in the movie Train Spotting, where the guy crawls into the toilet. It's except it's a little worse.
I remember everything getting into the car.
So we get into the car, and there's in the front seat, it's Rhino driving. It's the first time Rhino had ever ridden with us, too.
Oh, God.
He was a straight guy.
Yeah, the Rhino's completely straight. He's the first time he's ever ridden with us. He's in the front seat driving. I'm next to him. Behind me is Fonzie. Behind Rhino's Sandman. And all the way in the back is little Guido and all the bags, right?
That's right.
Right. And so we're driving all of a sudden, Fonzie goes, "Hey, back it up, Daddy. Sandman's lips are turning blue." Daddy. Which, if you know Fonzie's just hilarious the way he says it.
So funny.
So we start panicking, like, what the fuck do we do? We're like, they're like, call 911. I'm like, so we call 911.
It's like, they'll take my stash.
They're like, right, 911. We're like, we got a buddy, he's OD. And like, how do you know? We think he is, because we don't want to stooge ourselves off. You know, like, we want to save his life, but we don't want to stooge ourselves
exactly,
off. So we're like, they're like, all right, well, they go, well, we took some OxyContin. How do you know? Well, we just know. Well, okay. Well, where you at? We told them the mile marker. They go, well, there's an exit like 3 miles up. Go there. There's a gas station. We'll meet you there. We'll send paramedics. I'm like, all right. So as we're racing there, we're like, we got to get there first so we can dump out our bags out, all the drugs out. So
there was all kinds of shit.
So we had so much things on us. Yeah, so much fucking crap. So we go racing to the thing. And but there's a hotel right across the street, so we stop at the hotel, slam on the brakes.
This is why I'm dying in the car here.
Well, it's not like
paramedics weren't there.
Paramedics weren't there yet anyway, so you couldn't have got fixed any sooner. Anyway, so so we stop, we slam open the door, we throw, and little Guido goes sliding out over the top of the bags, takes a face bump on the ground. We throw all the bags out on top of Guido. He gets fucking throw him out. All right, see you, Guido. You wait here with the bags. We go racing off across the street. Rhino's just like, oh my God, I'm never wrong with these guys again.
Of course.
What the fuck is that?
A lot of guys have said that. Yeah. They ride with us once.
Yes. And of course, Rhino loves us though. Anyway, so we get there and the paramedics come and they're like, well, what do you take? And we're like, OxyContin.
How do you know?
How do you know? We don't know. We're not going to tell the cops. Oh yeah, he shot up in the bathroom. We took 40 milligrams. He shot up. Here's the needle. Here's the and he put it right here. And they're like, all right. I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember what they did. He claims that they stuck a needle in him like in Pulp Fiction. I don't think.
I know somebody told me that. I was dead. I don't
think they actually do that.
I was fucking code blue, flatline.
You were code Jew until I saved you.
All right, so I
don't think they actually do that though. I don't know what they actually did, but they give them Narcan, I think, which is something that.
But for the sake of the story, yeah, they hit him with adrenaline.
For the sake of the story, they hit him with 50 cc's of adrenaline stat. And then they revived him. So then, like a moron, the next day...
That revived me there?
Yeah, whatever. You started...
Do the Undertaker sit up?
Yeah, then he sits up like the Undertaker. And he goes, give me a... We poured a beer down the throat. He sat up like the Undertaker.
Give me a beer.
Yeah.
And a smoke.
And then so like a week later, he calls up. He's like, all right. He goes... All
right, I'll take over from here. So... all I remember is waking up in the. I wake up in the hospital. I'm in like still in like the emergency room or something like that. I wake up. It's like 2:30 in the. It's like 2:30 at night, and I'm like, well, what? I asked the lady what happened. She goes like, you OD'd. I said, well, I'm getting out of here. And of course she's like, no, you can't leave. I'm like, all right. I said she appeased me for a minute, so I lay back down. And then I remember I woke up at like 6:30 in the morning. They still didn't want me to check myself out of the hospital. I just walked out, got on the phone, found out where those guys were. Had a taxi bring me to the hotel. We slept for the afternoon. We get to the show the next day. I say, Scotty, give me some fucking works. Because I don't remember the first time I shot up. It was the only time I shot up in my life. I don't remember it. So I shot up. I did ecstasy and I shot up that afternoon.
It was a week later.
No, it was the next day.
So a week later.
Right, next day. Well, to me, it's the next day.
He goes, I go, what are you, an idiot? He goes, I got to get back on the horse. I get when you fall off a horse, you got to get back on it.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to see what it felt like. And then once I shot like a 20 or something like that, I kind of liked it. I liked it too much, so I never did it again after that.
And that's why kids don't do drugs, because we were lucky that he survived. Or unlucky, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Now, and his wife here next to me. Oh my God, was she mad at me?
She didn't find out until the bill. I got the bill. The bill showed up at my house. It was an $8,000 bill from the hospital. It showed up at my house. She goes, "What's this?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I almost died on it."
What? That fucking Raven? Fucking Raven almost killed you.
As soon as she found out I shot up, she knew. She went right to him.
Fucking Raven.
She was hot.
Fucking Raven.
Oh my God. Yeah, she never would have known if that bill didn't show up at their house.
Spoiled again.
I remember, I was we're in a house in Florida, and she fucking started throwing my shit out of my house down into the pool and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's completely uncool though.
Oh, how about the time you showed up in my apartment in Florida? He was so fucked up. He's in the complex in my apartment, right? My wife gave direct. It was him and maybe Scotty Riggs or something like that. Drove him there. She gave him directions of what building to go to. This was before I had the house up on the beach, and so he shows up at the one building. He calls her on the phone, and he's like, she had to go out and like yell like, Scotty, over here, where are you at? So they're yelling back and forth at each other. They finally do the double knockdown. He gets her. She gets him. She scrapes him up off the pavement, pulls him up the stairs, gets him in the house. And then, I don't know, and then the couple other logistics are foggy, but then the next thing, he's calling her Bobby Eaton. He's calling my wife Bobby Eaton.
I was hallucinating.
He's going, come on, Bobby, give me my keys to the car. He didn't even drive there. He's calling my wife Bobby Eaton. Give me my keys.
He gave me the Alabama Jam, though.
Give me my...
What about the time? Where was it? Where were we at? Where were we at? Where I used your wife's credit card to buy some Radical.
Oh my God! You want to hear this one? I'm in the fucking. We're splitting in a hotel.
Were we in different companies though?
Yeah, we were in Cleveland. This is the first time I've done ecstasy.
Right. No, it wasn't. Every time.
This is the first time I've ever done ecstasy. So he's in Cleveland with WCW. I'm there with ECW. So, but I fly in a day early because they were there on like a Thursday or a Wednesday or something like that. So I fly in to party with them, I guess. So we go down to the Flats, which is the place underneath the bridges.
Mm-hmm. And was that where Three Billy Goats scruffing out?
Yeah, with the little troll guy.
Yes.
And then you go to this bar there where everybody's rude to you. Do you remember the bar?
Yeah.
We walk in the fuck away. She's like, what the fuck, you assholes, what? Yeah, I was like, why is this lady being like this? I go up to complain to the manager. He's like, fuck you, get out of here. I was pissed. Yeah, he figured it out that they're supposed to be rude. That's the
it's a great feeling. Dick's Last Stand, I think it's called.
So he picks up this girl at the fucking. He picks up this girl, and we're back in the room. Oh, and thank God, because I was so high. That girl drove me I had to pay this Chinese guy like $170 for a game because I didn't have one. All right, so anyway, we're in the room. I'm sitting at the table, snorting lines, and getting high, and doing so. But I remember Raven's like, now, these you only take one of, but these guys you can take two of. He's got your full body. Now, these you can take three of. I ended up taking three of the ones you're only supposed to take one of. I was really too high. It's the only time in my life I think I've ever actually been. I could shut up. All right, this will be the first time that I will say.
Or the time
I've actually been too high. So he's fucking the girl over in the fucking bed. I'm just so high. I think I was in the shower at this point. I had to go take a shower. And I'd never shower in fucking hotels just because it's so dirty. I'm just letting the water run on me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so high. I'm sweating. I'm in the shower sweating. So that's how bad I was. And I come out. He's got my boots on. They're like these $1,000 New Rock boots that I got at this place in Tampa. He's got a towel around his waist. He's got these New Rock, they're like Gene Simmons Kiss boots.
Right.
I come up to here, and he's walking down the hallway. I don't even know. He's got my wife's credit card. He goes to the my credit card on both my names. He goes to the gift shop, buys this girl all this stupid fucking.
Like a stuffed animal.
Yeah, stuffed animal.
It wasn't my money.
Chocolates. You didn't care. It was your money anyway. But it was the whole point of him ripping me doing it. And I get the bill later. I get the bill later at my house, and my wife's like, "What the fuck is this? You been cheating?" I'm like, "I'm not chasing the drugs. I ain't chasing the fucking women." But then, luckily, so Scotty fucks that girl. The girl's like, "Oh no, I'm a nice girl. And this guy's he's a magnet. So he gets the girl to fuck him, and she's like, "Oh, I don't want to." So he makes me. He goes, "Come on, lean over and act like you're asleep and face the fucking window." So I wake up. I'm going, and he's going, so he goes, he's got to go. He's got to take a plane or something. And he didn't want to stick the girl on the tie. Oh, yeah, so this is what he says. This is right, I remember this. We're going outside, and he's getting into his car, rent a car, getting into his car.
He's got to fly home, right? Or follow a show or something.
Yeah, and he goes to me, he goes, all right, do with her whatever the fuck you want. I'm so high, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I never would have made it to the show. So I didn't have a cane, so I'm calling. I had this girl, I was so high, I'm laying in the bed. I said, girl, you got to take care of it. I said, you got to call, find me like a martial arts store or something.
Did she find you some acid, too?
That was a good guy to the acid for the show. Oh, the story gets even better now. I forgot all about the acid. So, this girl's calling around all these fucking places. I can't get a kendo stick anywhere in Cleveland, right? So she calls this fucking guy who had like a martial arts place, and he had this old kendo that's been in the family for fucking 9 generations or something like that. The guy worked, and I had to pay him like $170 for this cane. I couldn't drive or whatever, so I show up at the show. It's like 10 of 8. Paulie's just putting the show together, of course. I walked in. Paulie took one look at me. He goes, go find New Jack and get some coke in you right now. Didn't yell at me for being late or nothing. He goes, Hack, go find New Jack, get some coke, and get ready, come back. I was like, all right. So I did a couple lines. I came back. He's like, what the fuck? I said, Paul, I'm so fucking high. I can't do it. He goes, all right, just hang out here and maintain or something. I left. I don't know. And then we were in that fucking goofy building. I went up into the rafters or something. So then the next day, we still got fucking, I don't know, I was still high from the ecstasy for like a day or two, but I had this girl go get me, I wanted mushrooms or something, but she came back with acid. So I started eating acid fucking like maybe 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. We had a big show in Pittsburgh the next day, so at this time I'm with Fonzie now, so I guess I'm kind of maintaining, but acid was an easier high for me to handle than the ecstasy, you know what I mean? So we were tripping the whole time, and now New Jack will swear that I stuck the acid in his drink. I had me tripping, like Guido, Tommy Rich tripping.
That was the time
Tracy Smothers.
That was the time New Jack said you stuck it in his drink, right?
yeah. He still swears it to this day, but I was just handing the shit out and giving it to everybody. Here, take some of this, take some of this.
Yeah, he was. Didn't he like something crazy happen to him because of that?
Yeah, he got. I remember that show. He got in trouble. He threw like a chair into the fans or something like that.
Something happened.
Well, that was a show that it was a 6-man tag. I was so high, I guess Dreamer told Paul to put me in a 6-man with him or something like that. So it was me, Dreamer, and somebody against the Dudleys and somebody in a 6-man. I sat in the front row on some fat lady's lap for the whole match. I went in, did the fucking finish, and then it was, Paulie had all these runouts, and I just I grabbed the microphone, and they were doing that Taco Bell thing. I'm going, here, lizard, as New Jack's music's playing, coming out to the stage and shit. And then we got outside, and then I think Sabu ran over Tracy Smothers' bag with his big fucking, that bus that Sabu used to fucking drive.
The one that big?
Yeah, he ran over Tracy didn't care. He was just fucking cracking up. We were all just really high.
Well, the best Tracy Smothers story is where we go down to Tennessee for some indie show, me and Hack. And,
in Cookville?
Yeah, Cookville for Mo.
For Mo.
Mo was running some extreme.
And we had Corey with us, didn't we?
Who?
Corey. Remember the black kid?
Yeah,
Corey?
some black kid Corey.
He was our driver.
Yeah, he was our driver. Not because he was black. He just happened to be our driver.
Right.
Anyway, I just wanted to state that.
He was a good kid, though.
He was a great guy. Anyway, so we're hanging out, and so we go to this bar afterwards. We get all fucked up, right? And Tracy's talking about he's got a tryout with some Arena Football League the next day.
That's right.
So we're all fucked up.
Hilarious.
And Tracy's like, yeah.
You gotta know Tracy.
If you know Tracy, he's
a little high strung.
Tracy's high strung, and Tracy never drank or did drugs at anything until he was like 36, right?
Yeah, he was straight.
And he's like Vicodins, poor man's coke, Vicodins. So he's all fucked up, right? And he's like, I got to try out tomorrow. He's like, all right. It's like 5 in the morning. He's like, I got to try out in 4 hours. He goes, all right. He goes, I'm gonna run to 40. You guys got to time me. See how I do.
In the parking lot.
We're like, Tracy, there's no way to measure 40 yards. and really, what's the difference? Because it's not going to make a difference because, in 4 hours, like even whether you run it, however you run it now, it's not going to really help your speed. You're not going to be able to fix your speed anymore. He's like, well, we couldn't. None of that crossed his head. He's like, just time me. We're like, okay. So me and Hack are like, 4-2. Tremendous. He just run the parking lot. 4-1.5. He's just running the parking lot. We're like, yeah, that looks like 40 yards. Go. That was tremendous.
So the next day he shows up for the thing. He called me the next time I see him. He goes, Hack, I showed up there, everybody was there, it was 6'5", 250, it could run like gazelles. I just looked at them all and walked off.
Yeah.
He didn't even bother fucking running the 40 with these guys.
What about the time when, what's the story I was going to tell you? When it was in Jacksonville, where you fucking pulled your pants down, and Dreamer had to grab your balls.
When I was naked in the middle of the ring? That was Pensacola.
Pensacola, it was Florida. And Dreamer had to grab your cock and balls so we wouldn't get an indecency exposure law.
I don't remember that part. I kind of remember getting naked.
You were so fucked up, and then fucking, you whacked the fuck out of Jack Victor with your cane to the ear. He wanted to fight you, right?
They were in that room in the locker room.
Yeah, well, that was afterwards.
Yeah.
And then you pulled your pants off for some reason. So, and of course, everyone's trying to get you to stop, but somebody kept egging you on. I can't remember who it was. Oh, it was me. That's right.
Yeah, he's like, I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I'm like, watch.
So then Drew was pulling your shirt down to cover your cock and balls, right? And your shirt's already cut off anyway, so it barely covers it. Plus, with your big fat belly, it's not going to go anyway. And his fucking balls look like a small pomegranate because they're a bizarre shape. And they're all bumpy around the edges. It's like a fucking pomegranate. So he's trying to cover the pomegranate, right? And he can't do it. And like the indecency laws, I guess in Florida, like ECW's really going to be fucked, right? So Dreamer has to actually go there and grab his cock and balls and hold it.
I don't remember any of it.
So the cops can't see it. And fucking, oh my God. And then Jack wanted to fight you. And then, so you guys are in the bathroom trying to square it away. And so Big Sally goes in there into the bathroom.
What's big enough for Big Sally?
Well, that's what happened. He came in there so you guys couldn't fight because he was too fat. He was so fat that there was no room for anybody to throw a punch.
That Sal was a big motherfucker.
Yeah. Let's take a break. I gotta go to the bathroom.
And we're back.
Can't you get comfortable? What are you doing? Yeah. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, well.
This is the one. You're ridiculous. Does that work?
Yeah, actually it does.
Really? You're gonna break the chair. I don't care. I'm not paying for it. Sapolsky's paying for it.
Yeah.
Screw Sapolsky. Who'd he ever beat? Alright, so where were we?
Naked in Pensacola.
Oh yeah, no, let's see, let's move on. How about the time when you,
How do you remember all this shit?
I don't remember any of it. How about the time when you went to do a run-in and
the watermelon slip?
Yes, the watermelon, it's tremendous.
I don't remember it.
Me neither. How about the fact that you actually knew exactly what I was talking about?
Well, yeah, so I didn't want you left the run, because I only fucked up one run, so one thing ever in my life.
We have like telepathy.
So,
ESPN.
We were doing, I don't even think I was getting drunk. Was I getting drunk?
You were hammered. There was a brawl earlier. Somebody fought and there was a watermelon smashed. And it was all slippery. So me and Witchy Poo are in the ring waiting for him. Witchy Poo being his wife. And we're waiting for him to come running out. He comes.
All the heels are in the ring. I'm supposed to make the big fucking save.
Yeah. So he comes running, slides in the watermelon, crashes right into the ring post, knocks himself out.
Out dead on the floor. Out dead.
So we're like. So eventually what I had to do was I went out to the floor, I picked him up, I carried him into the ring, and I took his hand, and I hit myself in the head with his cane. And then I made him hit everybody else and knocked everybody out, and it actually got over.
No, and then the best part was, I do remember this, we get back in the locker room, I go to Scotty, I said, man, that was great, they loved it, did you? She looks at me and goes, you fucking idiot. You went out there, knocked yourself out, I had to carry you in the fucking ring.
The most unbelievable part, though, man, you were in agony, too. You were fucking screaming in pain in the back.
I fucking hit that post hard to KO me.
Remember when your wife and fucking Missy Hyde started shooting on each other?
That was fucking great, too. When Missy says, I broke my arm in 6 places, she's back in a half hour.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
She's back in a half hour.
She's like, it's broken.
With duct tape on.
Yeah. It's like Rodney Dangerfield and Caddy saying...
But then she hit her with the cane and knocked the thing off her head. What are those things called? The hair extension or something?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, it was great.
My wife was supposed to cane her once, but she grabbed the fucking cane and started going to town on her. And then Missy crawled over and grabbed her crotch.
But then when Missy made the comeback, Witchy Poo ran off.
Yes, she did. They were battling like swordsmanship.
Oh, it was great.
It was like me and you with the trash can lids.
Me and you had the trash can lids. It was some spot show. We each had a garbage can lid.
Was this WCW?
I don't know.
I think it was WCW when we came up.
Maybe it was. We each had a garbage can lid and a fucking kendo stick. And we had a fucking sword fight. We had a duel with our shields.
That's funny.
I did that one time with...
We had all the spots set up where he jumps, I do the sword thing.
That was great. Yeah, like Earl Flynn. I did that with Dylan one time. He fucking fucked up, hit me in the side of the head, about knocked me out.
I remember that. Yeah, you showed up
at fist.
That was at TNA. You showed up at TNA the fucking next day with a big.
Yeah. Oh my god, it almost killed me.
And you're like, oh, don't hit me hard. I got hit yesterday. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was like a stickball bat he hit me with.
Yeah, you had a big lump on the side of your head.
Yeah, that was horrible.
What's he doing lately?
He goes to Japan, I think. He goes to Japan.
D'Lo's a good guy, I like him.
Yeah, I like D'Lo.
But these lights are killing me, man. They don't know it's the Sandman for real.
What?
They don't know it's me.
Huh? Why do you have a 420 hat on if you don't smoke pot anymore?
It's left over. Van Damme gave it to me.
Left over in the good old days?
Mm-hmm.
You had to work. What?
Where is that for?
Did you ever see his fucking pot pipe he used to have? It was a fucking thing out of tin foil. It was the worst piece of crap I've ever seen in my life.
That pipe has made it through every town on the loop. ECW, WCW.
It wasn't the same piece of tin foil.
Oh, was it?
And what about them ugly ass glasses he had? He had these $3 glasses. And I was like, man, how'd they survive so long? And I found out he bought a case of them at the fucking flea market. He bought a box.
I had a gross.
144 glasses for like $7 at the flea market. No wonder.
Those real thin ones? Those things were so cool.
I'm wondering how this schmuck could not. Because, there's no way he's not going to wreck a pair of glasses.
They're disposable. They're
well, I'm thinking, how did he not lose them? Like, how does he keep showing up with the same pair of glasses without ruining them? You know what I mean?
Wear.
Yeah, because he'd wear them one day, he'd lose them, and get the next pair, another pair. He had like 144 glasses.
That was at Gary. Gary turned me on to that place. Remember the place over in at the flea market that
Pitbull was he number 1 or number 2? He was number 1.
I never knew.
He was Pitbull number 3.
Who was on first?
Anthony was number 2. I don't know, third base.
All right.
What about the Pitbulls, huh?
What about him?
Number 2 was a menace to society.
Yeah, didn't he die at Foxwood or something?
Didn't he kill himself and kill D too?
Oh my God, D was such a menace to society too.
Remember isn't that the deal though? He killed her and himself and left the babies
OD'd.
alone or something?
I thought they OD'd.
That's supposedly what happened. But I mean, what really happened, I think, is that from people that know him, supposedly is that she was gonna leave him, so he OD'd.
He offed them both.
So it's kind of odd that fucking somebody would I don't know. They both would OD at the same exact time.
Yeah, that's real drug addicts don't understand ODing.
Yeah, well, I never OD'd. Yeah, I don't know, but he was a moron though. God, he was such an annoying bastard.
Who?
Number 2.
Remember the fucking.
You're not gonna tell the story, are you?
No, I was bad. Don't even bring it up. I was gonna tell the 3-way dance between me, you, and him, which actually ended up being a fucking great match.
Well, it was a great match.
You don't even remember it?
You weren't in it.
No, I orchestrated the whole thing. You were just too high, don't remember.
I remember it. At
You
the arena.
orchestrated it?
Yeah.
What are you, fucking Arthur Rubinstein?
I was up there like this.
What was the match? What was it? Where was it?
It was at the arena.
At the arena. Me, you, and I blew out my knee in that match.
Why'd you blow your knee out?
I gave him a leg drop and got caught under me.
Yeah, no, didn't you go left knee or something, left leg?
Yeah, the way he was laying or something like that.
I vaguely remember that. Remember when I fucking, in that double dog collar we had, I was supposed to super bomb me through a table, and he fucking bounced my head off the table, tried to murder me?
I thought you got killed on that one.
And all the boys thought I was dead until I kicked down on 2, and they're like, he's okay. Hey, and what a bunch of pussies they were.
They're a bunch of pussies. We used to bet in the back how little bumps you would take in a match.
Yeah, I know, the over-under.
The over-under was 2.5, 3.5 was the highest.
Yeah, now at age 40, I bumped more than I ever did, which is bizarre.
Well, because you have to. You got to get over somehow, because your character certainly ain't doing it no more.
That's a good point. It's very odd, though, that you say that, because you're fat.
Because you're fat.
Hey, no, but listen, not what I'm saying, but like the Super Bomb was their finish, but then when it came time for them to take their own finish, they were totally scared to take their own finish. After they super bombed like 8 million people, then when me and Stevie were going to give them their own finish, they were like totally chicken. And you know what pissed me off more was they used to beat the crap out of Stevie, and then when Stevie went to go hit them, I remember exactly, Stevie went to hit Gary with a chair, and Gary puts his arm up like that. After all the times they abused Stevie, I was like, you motherfuckers.
Wait, did you care about Stevie at this point, or is this all in retrospect?
In retrospect, I love Stevie now. But back then, but no, even then he was still my property. Even though I didn't.
Yeah, he definitely was.
He was still my property at the time. You know what I mean?
You got any Stevie stories?
What's that?
Any Stevie Richards stories?
Yeah, I love.
He
Stevie.
might have them. I don't. Because
I love.
He was too straight for me to hang around.
Me and Stevie are really close. You know what's funny? You know what's ironic is but I do like Gary. Gary's a good guy though. But Anthony just drove me nuts. But and it's funny.
I liked Gary. I liked Anthony more than Gary. Then Anthony stabbed me in the back that one time he went up to. Remember he stooged me and you off the ball. He goes, "Oh, you two boys that are in a big feud are hanging out in the bars together down in Philly." And then Paul came right over to me. He goes, "Yo, your boy Anthony just fucking stooged you off." And then that was the end.
Well, you know what? I mean, actually, I used to get along with Anthony way better in the beginning too. But then Anthony just, God, he was just so fucked up in the head. Because me and Anthony used to hang out way more than me and Gary did.
Yeah, get your tongue rings together and all that shit. You used to be like, "Who owes me how many perks? I gave you 2 here. You owe me 4 here."
Like 2 girls.
6 is a dozen. Oh God.
What
You two get your tongue rings together.
What was the deal?
So of course the guy goes, "Oh, you can't eat for 2 weeks." So they went and got Mexican food like 5 minutes later.
What was having an IV drip for 2 weeks? What was this? The Anthony story I was going to tell. Let me think. I can't remember. I don't remember. Who else? Oh, Stevie. Yeah. So anyway, Stevie. But you know what's pretty cool is that Stevie went from a guy who was like, I'm so proud of him because he went from a guy who was like pretty much
a geek,
a geek who was abused by everybody in the locker. Nobody really liked him that much, and now he's like one of the most popular guys. And like in the WWF locker room, everybody loves him. Like when I left there. Like, he was so popular. Like, I used to hang out with Kane and fucking ride with him, and, like, all the guys loved him. I mean, from top to bottom, all the guys loved him, which, it was so cool.
If he gave him a chance, he was a funny guy, too.
Yeah, I was so proud of him, but, it took him a long time.
His humor was not our kind of humor. Maybe a little bit of your humor than mine.
He just had to grow into himself. But I was just so proud of him because, me and him, like, even though I abused him, I still cared for him, you know what I mean? But
it took a while to get to that point.
Yeah, me and him became really close friends now, and I'm just proud as fuck of him because
what does he do up there?
They just job him out. It's bullshit. I just wish they'd let him go so he could move on and do something, work for TNA or something else, or work for Gabe, or just any of that fun. You know what I mean?
Are they paying him anything?
I don't think he makes that much. I mean, nobody makes that much there unless they're on. Unless you're above mid card, you ain't making shit there.
Right.
I don't know.
On the road 4 days a week.
He's so fucking talented too.
What are they paying him? Like 75? You think?
I don't know. I think the lower card guys get a minimum of $500 a night, except that by the time you factor in hotels and all that crap and rental cars and road expenses, you're not making that much. And sometimes I heard they make less. You know what I mean? So.
Well, yeah, they ain't drawing many people. Aren't they only doing like 4,000, 5,000 people in house shows?
Well, they'd be drawing more if they had crayons, but my favorite Stevie fucking gimmick was? I love the time fucking at
Not the Blue Meanie story.
No, not the
story.
No,
Paul stole his idea a week later.
What's that? Which one's that?
When Stevie came up with the idea, and then Paul says no, and next week he grabs Stevie and goes, "Hey, I got this great idea. Let's make the Blue World Order." That's what Paul did. It was Stevie's idea. I remember him telling me about it, and then I liked it, from what I vaguely remember. And then I just remember Paul doing it like a month later, and I said, "What happened?" He goes, "Paul stole my idea."
Tremendous.
I can't believe you don't know that.
No, well
that was Stevie's idea.
No, the best was when Stevie and Francine started to have the angle where Stevie is supposed to have the girlfriend Francine on TV, and then the Raven character gets jealous because
I don't remember none of this.
It was great. So the Raven character gets jealous because Stevie's his lackey and his lackey's got a girlfriend, and so Raven's jealous of his lackey's
I do
girlfriend.
remember that.
So I make him pick between me and her. And then so he starts to raise his fist to me, and the crowd starts really getting behind him, like he's going to stand up to me, and instead he super kicked Francine.
Wait, was Francine, who was the girl that climbed over the fucking rail?
Francine!
Yeah, that was Francine.
Was that her introduction to
ECW? And they used to put fluff on each other.
Was that like 94?
They put fluff on each other, remember?
I don't remember that.
Whose ideas was all that stuff?
I was getting high in the
me
back.
and Paulie, Stevie. Me and Paulie probably.
Yeah. How much of when you guys did the program was that your ideas or was it Paulie ideas?
Paul's original idea, and then we took off from there.
Yeah, a lot of the whole character, the whole thing with my whole Raven character was me, and then and I put Stevie in the outfit. A lot of it. There's a lot of stuff I don't really remember because the drugs really hazed up my brain, but a lot of it was me, a lot of it was Paulie. I can't. Paulie's fucking brilliant. I've said that for years.
Absolutely.
So, I'm not going to try and take credit for stuff that he came up with. But
I can't remember. It's a fine line, you know.
But,
You just sit around and you
but
bullshit.
there's a lot of shit I've come up with. I mean, there's a reason why. I mean, I was one of the only guys besides Hogan in WCW who was allowed to come up with his own programs. I mean, that Bischoff let me come up with my own storylines. You know, granted that Sullivan changed them all, but still, you know.
Wait a minute, he let me do whatever the hell I wanted to there also.
You didn't do anything there.
Oh yeah.
How about the time we had that thing where you were my brother there or my neighbor?
I was so coked up that fucking day.
Oh my God! The pool, and you push Canyon into the pool.
I was.
And I go, and Canyon goes, Canyon goes, I'm going to take a flip. I go, Canyon, it doesn't make any sense. He's just giving you a tap. How would you possibly take a flip?
Do you remember seeing any of this?
I
I had the glasses on and shit. I went out. I had a whole. I still probably.
You're all preppy.
I still came across them clothes in my attic like fucking 2 weeks ago. Pulled the shit out of a box. I got all them clothes in a box.
People still think that's my mom.
I just remember I showed up at the fucking airport. I was like 15 minutes late. He was all pissed because the whole production crew, everybody was fucking waiting for me, and I had to go to the bathroom. I was actually there before all them. And then we were in the lobby of the airport. We were meeting all in the lobby at like 9 o'clock in the morning before we drove to the house that day to shoot all that shit.
Oh, I remember.
And then fucking, and then I'm sitting in the lobby. I think we're supposed to meet at 9 o'clock. It's like 20 of. So I went to the bathroom to snort some more coke, and then I ended up in there for a while or something, and I got sidetracked at the bar or did something. I came back 45 minutes later. He's like, "Where the fuck have you been?" Everybody's waiting. You know, we got, there's like maybe 10 people waiting on me, the fucking all the actors and the camera people, and then we went to some house.
But the best part, I kept telling Kenyon, please don't take a flip bump. He's like, no, it'll be good. I talk him out of it. So, of course, he takes a flip. The guy, Sandman pushed him this hard.
Not even.
And he takes a complete flip into the fight. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
And a couple of those things aired, didn't they? The flip
They all aired. They all aired.
They did. With you playing chess?
With my sister, Chastity.
Yeah, me and you were playing chess in one of them. And I remember the pool one and the chess one, and that was it. That
we were playing Shoots and Ladders.
Were we?
No, you were playing that with New Jack and TNA, weren't you?
Chess and Shoots and Ladders and shit like that, or
So
something.
then you played that with New Jack and TNA.
Yeah, we had I never seen that promo, but everybody said it was fucking hilarious. We were playing chess. New Jack playing chess.
Well, who's playing Shoots and Ladders?
Me and him too. The next week we did Shoots and Ladders,
I know
and then next week we were supposed to do Candyland, but with Jeff, that was all out the window. I was surprised it lasted 2 weeks.
I'm begging you to take a breath when you talk.
I know he always says that. But tell him about how he used to hate that I used to whenever I grabbed the only stiffest thing I ever did in the ring. Besides, I would always cane you stiff. I would pull your hair really hard and I would shoot you into the ropes really hard. And he's such a doof anyway, where the guy couldn't play a game of basketball to save his life. And that's obviously the true measure of a real athlete. He would complain to me because I would take him from one ring post to the other and I would shoot him too hard.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Not only that, but the cane thing, I have no idea what you're talking about because I never took cane shots. I let the flunkies take them.
Yeah, that's
why I had the gang.
Well, no, I was just saying, but
the canes were horrible. You were such a mark for yourself that you had a fucking. Until we got to WCW and you had a fucking with the cane on tight. I'm like, they can't tell the difference. Just make it nice and loose.
I was never a mark for myself.
You were such a mark for yourself.
Showing people so
you were such a.
I was so drunk.
You know what it was? You were so brainwashed by Paulie and ECW that you had to fucking swing the cane like it was fucking like you were Willie Stargell. Fucking.
And that's when I got the thing. That's when I used to do the thing. Remember Willie Stargell would do that swing with him before.
And you know what people don't think? People think it's easy. To actually hit somebody really good with that. And not get the side of their head is actually not as easy as it looks.
No, it's not at all. That's Witchy Poo, and she missed me 3 times in November to remember.
People think it's so easy to nail somebody, but to get a nice clean shot without killing them, and swing it hard as fucking.
Or have it slide down and rip their fucking ear
off. Oh my god, that hurts. It's fucking brutal.
Yeah, it took me years to perfect that craft.
What was the November to Remember story with your wife?
Me and him decided to show everybody that we could wrestle, and just a couple things. We had a good match, except that I don't know something at the end, and that's all they care about is the end. And
what?
Remember, I had you backed into the corner, and she's supposed to come up from behind me and hit me with the cane. She swung over. Instead of doing the straight down, she did the baseball. You don't remember this?
I remember her missing.
November 3 times. Until finally, I think you grabbed me or something because it was still only a couple of years until I got to have a clue about what was going on. And after she missed the first time, I should have turned around and grabbed her. Then I knew he would have grabbed me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I just stood there like an idiot and let her miss me until he covered it up somehow.
Yeah, that's retarded. That's impossible to miss somebody 3 times. That's retarded.
I felt the wind, dude. She fucking cut it. You could see my hair and the clippings of fucking some hair fucking
She blew everybody.
That shit was fucking hilarious. There was fucked up something else in that match too, and I don't remember exactly.
What was the rest of the match? I don't remember any of that.
I don't know. I think you might have pile drove me through the 2 tables.
Through 2 tables?
Yeah, you don't remember that either?
No. How was that about, Gabe? 2 tables?
I don't remember that one.
I remember you took me. You set up the 2 tables. We set up the 2 tables, and you brought me through the second row. In fact, Oliver told me about it the other day. Oliver goes,
Oliver?
It's in.
He's only 5.
I didn't know. He's 6 now.
Oh, so thanks.
No, because it's on that ECW. On that the thing for W.
Yeah. It went okay.
It's on the what?
It's on.
What's that thing called? The Trilogy or the Rise and Fall?
Yeah, it's on the.
I thought you said you didn't see that.
I did. Oliver told me about it.
Oliver watched it?
Oliver goes, yeah, Raven pile drove me through 2 tables, hacky. That's what he says.
He calls you a hacky.
Yeah, he does. They all call me hacky.
That's a kid,
retarded.
right?
I think
6-year-old calls me hacky.
Wait, so hold on. So listen. So wait a minute. So how did I get you on top of 2 tables then?
You had them both. You set them both up outside first, and then you got onto the apron, and then you pulled me through the second row. We did it real precariously.
Hey, I bet when I put you on the cross, that was great. When I got out of
I tell that story about Kurt Angle. Fucking, I was so pissed that Paulie wanted you to go back out there and fucking.
Yeah, it was the most insincere apology of all time.
I know, and then fucking Shane pissed me off, and then fucking you think Kurt Angle did
Kurt swears that it didn't bother him.
Oh, you talked to him about it?
Yeah, a million times.
He was fucking bleeding. He thought it was the most blasphemous thing. Maybe Shane blew it out of proportion.
Well, I never talked to Kurt that day, so I have no idea. And maybe Taz blew it out of proportion because Taz, Taz.
Was Taz back there in the circle?
Oh, Taz was so mad. They're like, you and Paulie and Todd Gordon are Jewish. Why did you make it a Jewish star? Why'd you make it a cross? I'm like, oh yeah, that'd have a lot of impact. The Jewish star. We'll hang him with a Jewish star.
You fucking idiot.
And then we'll roll him down the street. Plus, I go, do you have any idea how long it would take to build a Jewish star?
It took me fucking a couple hours to make the fucking cross out of 4x4s. They were all pissed that it was so good.
Yeah, I had to make him build his own cross that he was going to hang himself on.
He had to do that. He did it at TNA too.
And what made it so good too was the way we set it up was I also had the Beanie, Nova, and Stevie blocking it, so no one. And we put on the near side, so the hard camera would have to shoot over the people, so you couldn't get a shot. Then you'd have the 3 of them, the 3 Stooges, fucking blocking it, so you couldn't.
And I had them tying my wrist up and shit like that.
And we put the barbed wires, a thorny crown, and then of course, Hacky turned his head a little bit and crossed his ankles. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was fucking great. Yeah. And the one tie didn't have me, but I held my arm up there anyway.
And then we pulled it up at one hoist in motion, so all of a sudden it just appeared out of nowhere. There's Hacky fucking strung up. Because I figured when I came out of rehab, because actually the barbed wire match was like after that. But when I figured I came out of rehab, I got to make an impact because I'm coming out of rehab. I know he had the Pitbull story. When I went into rehab, he goes, you only went to rehab, so you wouldn't have to drop the belt.
That's right, because they put the belt on me that night.
Yeah, because I
remember I was so exhausted.
Even though I wasn't supposed to lose the belt for 6 more months.
Yeah.
That's why I went to rehab.
So he goes into rehab fucking Saturday morning, 10 o'clock Saturday fucking morning. Meanwhile, he shows up at my house. I think it might have been Monday afternoon. He shows up at my house. He goes, we're taking a road trip. I said, where? He goes, I don't know. So we get into his car. We figure well, north. We didn't want to go fucking north. Like
the Sandman triathlon.
So we go fucking south. We're on all these fucking back roads, pounding. He's drinking more than, believe it or not, he's drinking more than I am. And he's driving and I'm sitting in the passenger seat. We end up in fucking Virginia. What was it, Norfolk or I don't know. We end up in Virginia at the Raven Bar. The fucking Sandman Triathlon. They had this. There was a big fest.
It was a big festival. But in the Sandman Triathlon, we thought it was drinking, smoking, and snorting. But it turned out it was like running, bicycling, and something else.
Swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just so weird. Because he was at the breaking point right here. You know what I mean?
I was cracking. Yeah,
he was
having an emotional breakdown.
I couldn't even believe Witchy Poo even let me go with you, not having anything on our agenda or our itinerary or anything. Where you go? We'll just go.
Then I was throwing up so I could drink some more.
Oh yeah, he was.
I was making myself throw up so I could keep drinking. That's how fucking going.
Perks beer.
Remember, I couldn't drink anymore, so I would actually make myself throw up so I could keep drinking.
Do you remember where we stopped at on the way home? Do you remember stopping at Washington, D.C.?
No, we stopped at like then we stopped at the Budweiser brewery. We stopped at some brewery. Remember we went to a brewery? Remember we went to a brewery and then we were getting the free drinks at the end of the tour?
Oh, that's right, I do remember that.
I kept changing my outfit for free drinks. We kept changing disguises to get more free drinks.
They would only give you like these little fucking cups, so he'd grab some guy's hat, some guy's fishing hat, put the fishing hat on and go back.
Then I put on a hacky shirt, then I put on a different jacket, then I combed my hair differently, and I got like 37 free drinks.
That fucking thing. I forgot all about the fucking brewery. Oh.
Alright, you mentioned you were coming back in Washington, D.C.
Just had to do that.
Was it raining?
No, it was snowing. I'm telling you, it was snowing. We were behind this fucking tractor trailer, and something was going on with the lights or something in your fucking car. Oil, lights, something. On 95.
That story sucks.
He set that up the whole fucking time. We're like, the game's like, all right, when we come back, 5-4 Ravens, like, I'll take over. That story sucks. It's fucking hilarious.
What was I gonna wait? What story was I gonna tell now? Hold on, wait. Something about something made you look bad, oddly enough.
Oh yeah, imagine that. See, my dad told me when I was a kid, don't ever have to tell a story to make somebody else look bad to make you look good. Obviously, your dad never taught you that lesson.
I'm trying to chop.
Skip that.
I'm trying to chop off your legs to make myself feel taller.
Can't do that. Well, yeah, you feel tall when you're around Taz, don't you?
Yeah. All right. What about let me think here. I'll give her some more primers, Gabe.
All you need to do is say like 2 words and then we're off.
Yeah, you guys really never worked much with Taz in ECW. How come?
I let Taz choke me out. I blew out my knee in that 3-way match. I got operated on in the morning. I was on a plane from Salt Lake City with my wife, with my daughter Kelly, because she wanted to come back to Philly to visit her grandparents or something. I flew 5 hours, then drove to what was that? The monastery or something in
Plymouth Meeting.
Yeah, what was the name of that hall? Lulu Temple.
Yeah.
Then flew to Lulu
Monastery.
There was a bunch of monks there. That's all I remember. And then that was the first time.
There were Shriners, not
all right, Shriners, monks, fucking, they all chant the same. And I let Taz choke me. I only wrestled Taz twice. And then I came in the ring. I didn't have a cast on. They had like one of those green things with all the straps and shit like that. And he came into the ring and choked me out in a couple minutes, and then me and Todd, he beat up Todd, and then me and him just laid in the ring and fucking laughed. And I remember seeing him record. You could just hear me cracking up to fucking Todd saying fucking something like, "Let's go snort a line" or something like that. That was the first time I met Bulls Buddy.
The reason I got a Lulu Temple store, but the reason I never worked with Taz was he was never over. Like actually, Taz was a dick then. I love Taz now. He turned into a really good guy.
He did?
Well, yeah, he really did. Actually, he really did. He's a hell of a commentator too. He really is. But he was a dick then. Like he didn't like to laugh. Like I used to make him laugh, and he hated to laugh. Like it actually made him angry because like he was such a miserable human being that laughing hurt him physically. It caused him mental anguish to laugh. And I would tell
I can't remember.
And I would make him laugh, and he would get so mad at me. Like he's like, "Quit making me laugh! Yeah, quit making me laugh!" And he'd get so mad. But he wasn't over a lick when I was there, and they finally started pushing him. Right around the first pay-per-view, right before I left, and
what, with Paul Vartland's?
Yeah, right around then they started pushing him, and because that's when he decided that he was going to be the main event, him and Sabu instead of me, and put himself all over the posters and completely left me off the poster, even though the main event was me defending the title against Funk beating you guys, you and Stevie, but completely left all of us off the poster, even though that was really the main event, and put himself against Sabu as the main event, and that was
Yeah, but if you ask me, though, I mean, even though I don't think that's right, nor less do I care because it's not important to me. But the fact is, I think really they were in a hard place right there anyway, which I'll get to. But who cares if he wants to put himself on the poster? But they did build that pay-per-view up as the first. I mean, Paulie had spent fucking a year and a half, 2 years on him and Sabu.
No, that wasn't a year and a half, 2 years. No way.
Did they spend?
It was a year and a half.
Yeah, it was a year and a half they had spent on it. You were high then. We was. I mean, he was.
Wasn't that long, but. Also, honestly though, as much as it was a co-main event, I still don't think that I still think the draw and there was a reason.
The draw was me.
Okay, it was you.
Right.
But there was a reason why I went on last, and there was a reason why Funk winning the belt was actually the main draw. Was Funk's quest to win the belt? That was the main draw.
Yeah, but how did they even know Funk was going to wrestle you?
They didn't, but it was Funk's journey was the main event. was his journey, whether he could get through the two of you schmucks. Which
Oh, is that the stipulation of my match? Whoever won my match.
You did the Three Stooges spot with the ladder.
I love
Remember
that.
they went really long too?
Right.
I wasn't done telling my story, and I knew he was calm as shit in the back. All he needed was they had a finish.
I
That was
remember
it.
him going with Paulie freaking out, and you going
And
on.
Scotty sitting there,
The greatest line in the history of wrestling. All right. I'm finishing this.
Wait. This is his way of making you wait here.
Wait for it.
Don't forget it.
I gotta build up the story though.
Oh, you're killing me.
Anyway, I need some more water. Hold on.
Oh, he's brutal. Fucking brutal.
Anywho.
All right, so I'm going to tell you the first match I ever have with him, right?
All right, here we go. So listen. So the best part is
that we get him going.
So Dr. Mark Allen, fucking.
I remember Doc.
So I
so
from my drinking was so ridiculously high. My drinking
gout in his foot.
That I got gout. Right.
I knew that's where you were going.
So I got gout. So I'm at the gym one day, and I meet this guy, and I'm sitting there talking to my doctor, who's giving me the wrong medication for my gout. And this other guy sitting there in scrubs, some schmuck. He's like, I hear, let me know pride, but I overhear you have gout. I'm like, yeah, whatever, schmuck. He's like, well, no, maybe I can help you. I'm like, yeah, sure. He goes like, no, I'm a doctor, I'm a foot doctor. I'm like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. He goes, oh my, wow.
He actually said podiatrist, but Scotty didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, so I said, you're not sticking a foot up my ass. Anyway, so I'm like, well, maybe you can help me. So he's like, so we ended up becoming really close friends, and he ended up moving in with me. And me and Fat Tommy, remember Fat Tommy? Fat Tommy was my old roommate from years ago.
Great guy.
Me and him were roommates for years. Not to be confused with Fat Ass, who was Tommy Dreamer, because Tommy Dreamer had a fat ass, so he was Fat Ass, and my roommate was Fat Tommy. And
don't get them confused.
Don't get them confused, and they're friends too, so they know each other. They know each other. Anyway, it's a very incestuous small circle. And anyway,
incestuous. What are you from Blowing Rock, South Carolina?
Yes. Anyway, so Dr. Mark Allen, a.k.a. the Quack. So, not that he was a quack. He was actually a good doctor, but I just called him the Quack.
No, he got the quack name when he refused to write you a Percocet script.
Yeah, anybody who wouldn't write me a script when I needed drugs was a quack. It's kind of like how you call a fat guy tiny. So since he wasn't a quack, I called him the Quack.
Oh, a quack.
Right.
Besides our other quacks.
Yeah, because all the real quacks were the guys that gave me the pills. So you can't call them quacks because they obviously were, and they would be offended. But he really wasn't a quack, so I could call him a quack.
All right.
So anyway, so the quack became my. So anyway, so then Paulie's like, we need a doctor. So I'm like, hey, you want to become the company doctor? He's like, yeah. So he got an extra couple $100 a week to come be the company doctor.
He's a good guy too.
He's a really good guy. He stitched everybody up. Anyway, so he's at the show. So we have a spot set up at the end of the match. They go along, and Paulie's freaking out like a little bitch, right? He's going, oh my God. I'm like, he's like, go out there now. I'm like, no, Paulie, they're not done. I trust Hacky. When Hacky's done with his thing, he'll be done. I can cover it. Don't worry. I know exactly how much time. My head's a fucking. It's like on Greenwich Mean Time.
Mean Time.
It's like a uranium Swiss clock.
They were all wigging. The fucking what's his name's in my ear.
God.
Finnegan's like, come on, you gotta go now. You're gonna get me fired. I said, shut the fuck up. I'm not done telling my story yet. And you told me it was okay to go on before I went out there.
They're like a bunch of fucking old washwomen. I'm like, fuck, we got time. Don't worry about it. So everybody's freaking out, right? So finally, fucking Hack finishes his little thing. I go out there, and you did a Three Stooges spot with the ladder. I love that spot. When he holds the ladder in his head, he stands up, and he starts spinning around in circles.
I like to take credit for that, but I think that Funk came up with that idea. Which we used many a time.
Yeah, I remember he actually stole it from me.
Did
he? No. Anyway, but it's great. They spin around in circles, people pop up, get knocked over, then they duck down and they miss them one time, and they pop back up and get knocked down with the other side. It's great.
Yeah, it's like the Three Stooges when you're walking through the forest and the trees snapping as you go down and it catches you.
Yeah, anyway. So we're building it. This line's never going to hold up. It's the greatest line ever.
I know. It's like Taz and Sabu touching it.
Yeah, it's never going to live up.
Do you remember the line?
Yeah, it's the greatest line ever. So fucking...
Oh, God.
So you'll remember, it's the greatest line ever. So fucking, I remember, he's a foot doctor now. He's just a foot doctor.
Oh, God. And he's got to go back and tell you he's a foot doctor.
He's a foot doctor for guys.
This is getting so corny, I can't believe it.
Oh, because of foot?
Yeah.
Anyways, he's actually a foot surgeon, but he's a foot doctor, right? He's a podiatrist. And so anyway, so I go out there,
Oh, you're such a heel.
And I'm beating up on Funk, and there's only enough time for me to get heat, so I just beat up Funk.
Story?
And so Funk's supposed to be so beat up, they send the doc out. They're going to send the doctor out to see if he can continue. So Paulie's freaking out. Paulie's like, Doc, you got to go. But the doc's my roommate, and I've smartened him up. He knows all the things. He's like, he's completely cool under pressure, right? Paulie's like, you got to go, you got to go. And he's like, Paulie, it's not my cue yet, right? And Paulie's freaking out. He's like, you gotta go, you gotta go. He's like, Paulie, it's not my cue yet. He's like, you gotta go. He's like, Paulie.
It's not my
Here's the best line of all time. He goes, Paulie, I save lives. That's fucking foot doctor. Fucking foot doctor. I save lives.
He did say that. I was right there for it.
I save
lives for a living.
I save lives. He's a podiatrist. Like he's not gonna joke under pressure because he saves lives. A fucking foot doctor. How great is that?
You got me. I thought it was gonna suck, but you got me with that. I forgot all about that.
That's the greatest line I ever heard. He was, Paulie, I save lives.
How close?
With a straight face, he said it too.
How close were?
And he meant it. He meant it. Like he really saves lives. Oh yeah, we nailed it with like 12 seconds to go off the air. I Paul, fucking Funk rolled me up 1, 2, 3. Just enough time for a celebration.
How much wrestling did you guys actually do? Like a minute, maybe? I think you went out there. You went out there with 4 left.
Maybe you might have left me 4 or 5. You fucked me.
Yeah, it was a little.
But that's all it needed.
That's all they remember was Funk winning. You guys didn't need a match. You couldn't follow my match as it was. You couldn't. Hey, I'll tell you, the bottom line was when you get all everybody after that show, and the magazine told you that we stole the show. Honestly, match. The second pay-per-view, I stole the show. The third pay-per-view, I stole the show. I can't remember who I wrestled. I just remember stealing the show.
Well, that's good. And Witchy Poo also stole it because she didn't pay for it on the.
By far, I had the best match the first time.
But anyway, here's my point. If Sabu and Taz were the main event, or if they were the main draw, why were they not on last?
Because they're idiots?
No, that's my whole point. They weren't the main event. They weren't the main draw, and they shouldn't have been the main thing on the poster. That's all I'm saying.
Well, no, see, I disagree. I disagree. I'm not saying, I'm not backing the fact that he wants to, that whoever's on the fucking poster. But if you ask me, in a lot of people's minds, the draw was Sabu. Nobody knew who the fuck you were wrestling.
Yeah, they knew it was going to be Funk. They knew it was going to be Funk.
But my point being is credibility to carry it.
My point being, or you, but I'm saying my point being, they knew it wasn't going to be Steve.
No, I was serious. I don't think I was at that point.
No, you were. But, yeah, you already been the champ before you moved on. My point being is, if they were so the big draw, then why weren't they on last? Because Paulie knew they couldn't follow us. That's my point.
And then they had a fuck finish with Fonzie Turner. As soon as I heard that, that's when I decided I'd go to Terry Funk. Well, as soon as I heard that they were going to do that screw finish with Fonzie Turner or whatever the fuck they did, I turned to Terry and said, Terry, because I was worried about their match being better than mine. I was like, Terry, this show's ours right now because
that's my whole point. That's my whole point, though. If that's the build-up and that's the main event, if that's what the push is, then why wasn't it on last? Because Paulie knew that's not what they were paying for, and they couldn't carry the show. That's all. And another reason back to Taz, why me and Taz never feuded, was then when I did come back, he was protected on one end, I was protected. That's why me and Sabu never had a match. We were both always protected. Like Taz, the first time Taz wasn't used at all when I got there, and then when he finally was, it was on his way up, and I was protected. But me and Sabu never worked ever because we were both protected. How did that work out in TNA? What's that?
How did that work out in TNA?
Oh, we both kept getting sick. Like, I got pneumonia, then he got sick. I mean, we finally got our one match in, but we didn't have enough time. We were about.
How was it? What, they push you for? You know you were.
We had like 12 minutes, 11 minutes. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
you can't even entrances are 12.
I know. We had a good match, but it wasn't great. But I mean, it was cool. But I mean, it was nice only because we got to tell a little bit of a story. But I mean, it wasn't what I wanted. But at least at least it wasn't just some match. At least it wasn't just Raven Sabu for no reason on an indie show. You know what I mean?
You know what I didn't like though? I did get to see the one thing that you did where who was the kid, his lackey or something?
Dunn, yeah. You see what I threw in the garbage can?
That was stupid. I hated that.
Why?
You lit him on fire.
I threw I was going to light him on fire.
Oh no, I'm not talking. I'm talking about when you did something. There was no people around. You just went into the studio with the ring or something.
Empty ring.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Yeah, he didn't like you either. He's a hell of a little talented. I like that kid.
Sanjay?
Yeah, Sanjay.
Yeah, he's a flyer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a talented little bastard.
He's tiny, isn't he?
Yeah, but but there's a lot of tiny guys.
Was he there when I was there?
I don't know. He might have been.
What are they even doing there now?
Yeah, but anyway, back to Taz. But Taz now is like he's like Steve. He's a totally different guy now. Just a really good guy. totally different guy. Just, I mean, nicest guy. And it's really funny because Taz was all about pay your dues, train, blah, blah, blah. Taz hadn't seen
Remember
the
how
inside.
much Dudley used to hate the Dudleys hated him.
And another thing, Taz never actually paid his dues, contrary to what everybody always said about everybody else paying his dues. But Taz hadn't seen the inside of a gym in like 5 years now, which is so ironic that all he was about was training before. But Taz is like the nicest guy in the world now. Like Taz is, the funny thing is with Taz, if he ever sees this, all he's going to take is the part to be burned him in the past. But right now, Taz is, I think, is the greatest guy. Like whenever I talk to him, great guy. I think he's a phenomenal commentator. In fact, I haven't watched WWF. So I stopped watching it when I was there. But I remember there was a time when I was watching, like, 'cause I was on Raw, so I never watched SmackDown. But I'd watch it here and there, and I thought he sucked when he first started doing it. But then I was watching an episode one time, and I watched it, and me and him, and it's not like we stayed in touch or anything, but, whenever we see each other, we get along, but we'd never stay in touch. He was so good at one point that I actually called him up out of the blue to tell him, you know what I mean? I just think, like, it's just remarkable the change he's made. So, I mean, it's cool to see.
How did he ever get that job?
Local, you know what I mean? And because they were jobbing him out, so he's smart enough. He's a smart guy. He was smart enough to know that there's job preservation, that they were never going to give him the push he deserved, because he deserved it, bro. He's an over motherfucker. He was an over motherfucker.
Up there he was?
Fuck yeah, he was over. Oh my God, was he over. They jobbed him out and he was still over.
Who was he beating?
Nobody.
Did he ever beat you?
He never beat anybody. He still jobbed him
though.
out. Bro, he was over, though. But my whole point, though, is it's cool to see people, that you started, there was a one position. I mean, hey, look, I was a dick too myself, so you know what I mean? So, I'm sure, so, it's cool to see people that were one place with you, in one place in their life, and then now you see them differently in their whole different place in their life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just interesting to see people grow as a people, as a person. Yeah. Or for his case, not.
Or stay stagnant. Like the water in a tsunami village.
Yes. You're like a fucking, you're like a piece of...
You got nothing.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
As soon as you hesitate, you get nothing.
I got zip, zilt, squat, diddly.
How about any Paul Heyman stories?
Where to start?
I don't have a lot of Paul Heyman stories.
Yes, he's one of the most truthful people I've ever met.
Yeah, I never had a problem with it. I knew he was going to lie to me. So
Yeah, exactly.
I never asked him a question that meant anything.
Every once in a while, he would slip up though and tell the truth.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah, Paulie's a genius. I've said it a million times. He's brilliant. I mean, he's a creative motherfucker. The only thing that fucked up was at the end, when the second time when I came back, was he was so burned out, and the talent was so thin. There was no star potential. Like everybody goes, this, that, the other. What nobody gets is there was no star potential. It wasn't enough to make a go of it. Like it wasn't.
No, they had me, you, Sabu, Van Dam.
But he didn't have.
How many more people are over on one of his shows now? On one of Vince's shows now?
Except that you'd been there for 7 years. Sabu had been there for 6 years.
Dreamer's
been there for 6, 7 years.
If I'm not, I guess this isn't really a good point of argument, but isn't he still running Rene Dupree against Van Dam fucking every Thursday night?
Well, that's what.
I mean, aren't they still running the same people?
And that's why business is down. That's because you can't run the same talent for 7 straight years.
Right.
And Paulie had no fucking new talent to replace it with. So I mean, and that besides the fact he was burned out from writing the same shows with the same people. And the up-and-comers, there weren't none. I mean, no offense to all the...
What about the Carinos and C.W. Anderson?
Carino's a great worker, but he just didn't have the... I'm a big fan of Carino, but he didn't have the marketable look that you need in the States.
He's into that marketable look.
C.W. Anderson's a great worker, but he doesn't have the charisma. Danny Doring didn't have it.
Is charisma in your dictionary back there?
They weren't the guys. You know what I mean?
Do you think that Lance Storm and Justin Incredible ever got over to the point like
they were never going to get over to that? They were never going to be money drawing over. You know what I mean? I mean, Justin had potential at one point, but he squandered it. He didn't have enough. He couldn't cut the promos. Didn't have the promo skills.
He tightened up a lot, and
he also didn't. He's one of those guys that. He didn't have the drive on his own. You know what I mean? He just didn't have the drive. You know what I mean? And he wasn't. And his promo skills weren't going to cut it. You know what I mean? Lance was too clean cut. He was never going to have that main event power. You know what I mean? He wasn't going to have that thing.
Are they using him up there now?
People forget. It's people don't get. Everybody thinks, oh my God, there's so many guys that are like, oh, push him. He should be a main event. Push him. So many guys are over as a mid carders, but that doesn't mean they're main eventers. And that's what nobody gets.
Bottom of the top.
Yeah, if that, you know what I mean?
Top of the middle.
You know, like, let me think of a good example.
Jerry Lynn.
Let me think of an example. Let's think of, Jerry's not a good example. Let's take an example of somebody I'm not working with also.
I knew you were fucking politicizing yourself right there.
I know, I like Jerry.
Here, you tell me and I'll
guy.
But no, I like Jerry, but Jerry's promo skills aren't main event level. You know
How about an old school guy like
But Jerry's promo skills aren't main event level. I mean, and maybe they would be someday, but he's never shown that to be at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, he's got a size thing working against him. You know what I mean? So that hurts too.
Say that.
Well, but it's true though. You know what I mean? I'm not saying a smaller guy can't draw, but you have
Shawn
to.
Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is 30 pounds, is 4 inches taller and 30 pounds heavier.
Yeah,
Shawn's 6'1", 6'2", and he's 220. Yeah.
I didn't think Shawn was that big.
Matt Hardy.
I was pretty high when I went down and worked for him.
How big do you think Matt Hardy is?
I don't know. I know those guys. I met him.
Right? Yeah, Matt Hardy's 6'2", 235.
Is he?
Yeah, Matt Hardy's a big guy.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just telling you this. Look, I'm not saying small guys can't draw, but they got to be booked completely different, and you got to have that super. Like I think Rey Mysterio could draw. I think Sanjay someday will be able to draw. Kid Cash, I think probably could. You know what I mean? But you have to be booked in a special thing.
Kid Cash, you got that Shawn Michaels.
But you got to have that super charisma. You got to have that promo skill. There's a lot more to it. You know, it's like all right, name a person that doesn't work with me.
Do you want to go back to the 80s?
Well, no, it's somebody who's still in business, though. Well, or not, I guess. You know, I'm going to name it in the 80s, I guess.
Albert. He was just let go.
Well, there's a reason he was let go.
Yeah.
Well, name somebody else before, you know, a couple years
How
ago.
about like a Chetty or a Doring?
I don't see anything. I mean, I don't see anything enduring. I mean, I don't see anything in him. You know, he doesn't have... I don't
What about
see
like
any
a
kind of
Chris
great
Jericho,
charisma.
a guy who's...
What's that?
What about like Chris Jericho, a guy who should be...
Jericho is not as small as everybody thinks, first of all. He's 5'11", 225, 230.
Got a promo.
He's getting promo his ass
He'll
off.
work his ass off.
Charismatic as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
Fucking, I think he's tremendous. The only thing I think that hurts him is I've told
He's a
him
little
before,
goofy.
a little cheesy. His selling's a little weak. The only thing that hurts him in a main event level is I think a lot of times, which I talked to him about it before, is sometimes, but I don't know, I haven't watched it in a couple years, so I can't say now, but for a while he never gave anything of himself away, and I told him this, and then he did change it. So I mean, I can't take. He actually did give me credit for it, but I was telling him that whenever nothing ever affected him. He was always like the heel would say something and bury him, and it would never bother him. You know what I mean? I was like, well, if you don't show your ass, if you don't let it bother you a little bit, we can't relate to you. You know what I mean? You have to show that little bit of weakness, and then so people can relate to you. You have to get that sympathy. You know what I mean? If you're too cool to let anything bother you, you're never going to get that sympathy enough to really get people to care enough to draw money. You know what I mean? I thought it was really
You
good.
used to tell me that like
him and The Rock. Him and The Rock were together. They brought something out in each other. I thought that could have been a tremendous feud because he really seemed to annoy The Rock on some level, and The Rock really seemed to annoy him. Like, I don't know why, but that could have been a huge money-drawing program.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Van Damme, not a good promo at all, but there's a guy, and I'm not a biggest fan of his work either, but there's a guy who I think could actually draw money because he's so charismatic that I think that he could transcend the fact that he can't work, because I don't think the work's that important. I think work is one of the most overrated qualities, ring work, as far as drawing money.
It definitely is. Look at the guys who've drawn the most money. Hogan, Savage, Sting, fucking Jake the Snake. The guys that could work the least have drawn the most fucking money.
Well,
he didn't have to, though. All he cared about was that fucking DDT.
Right, exactly.
The guys what do you think I patterned my career after guys that couldn't work?
Exactly.
Once I figured that out, I was like, look, the work doesn't fucking matter.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. But so RVD, I think his charisma is so off the charts that they could have drawn money with him. Then I mean, it all depends. I mean, it's then there's guys that people think should be drawing money that I just don't see it. I just don't think that people are going to get behind them, and I don't see why people think they would. But I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, of course, I'm very opinionated. So I mean, I'm
not Scotty.
But I just what people don't get. It's like everybody thought RVD was this great worker. And I remember like 3, 4, 5 years, it was a great worker, and I said, no, he's not. He's not a good worker at all.
Transition.
And I kept trying to tell people that, and now everybody goes, oh yeah, he's not that good a worker. No shit, I said it 5 years ago. However, he could be a hell of a draw, which is much more important than being a good worker. But it's so ironic that the sheets used to put over, and all the inside people would put over how great a worker he was 3, 4, 5 years ago, and now they're all coming around and going, well, he's not that good a worker. Well, no shit, I said it 5 years ago, but, it's because they don't know what they're looking for. You know what I mean? And it takes them so long to figure it out. Whereas if they had actually knew what the fuck they were looking at, they would have seen that a long time ago.
They were looking at entertainment.
I don't know what they were just looking at a bunch of cool moves. They were blinded by the smoke and mirrors. The dog and pony show.
Smoke and mirrors are great.
The dog and pony show.
Out of smoke and mirrors.
I made a career out of dog and pony show finishes. I love.
You guys used a lot of the dog and pony.
He taught me it all.
But
I didn't know what a false finish was till he fucking taught me. I didn't know how to find.
I didn't know what a false pregnancy was.
Yeah, I've got that. When it comes up blue, not pink. We're in the blue.
We're in the blue, Daddy.
The dog and pony show is the greatest thing that I ever fucking. That and false finishes learned from.
Why don't you explain that to?
That's what I called That's what I called all my long sequence.
I changed it to smoke and mirrors.
I called it. That's my long sequence of. I used to I had Meanie, Nova, Stevie, and I have all my guys run in and do like. It would turn into like.
We do 3 sets, 2 sets of falses, and then 1 set at home where everybody was involved.
Yeah, I'd have like 17 false finishes. But I'd have all the 3 different, I'd have the three guys and the 1 girl all doing different run-ins, ref bumps, distractions, and it became like a huge dog and pony show. But it made it so much more interesting. But see, the thing is like, it's funny, like if you don't do it correctly, if you just do it just to do it, if you don't do it in a different way, it just becomes a bunch of run-ins. And then it's just boring. But if you do it correctly, it's like,
it worked good with you because your character was the Charlie. I always try to explain this to people. You're the Charlie Manson of wrestling. You sent out Tex and Squeaky Fromm to go kill the Tate and LaBiancas. They did the dirty work. Charlie never left the company.
See, I thought I was the Charlie Brown, and I sent out the Linuses. I thought I sent out the Linuses and the Pigpens to go get me a Christmas tree.
And they came back with an abysmal tree.
Yes, exactly. And they came back with Snoopy and a sop with Kemmel.
What?
The sop with Kemmel. That was a plain fat. I don't know. Remember Woodstock, the little bird? Anyway, listen. But it was also. But it's not just the character, but it's also the way I did it. That was part of the key. It was when you do it. It's how you do it. It's not just who does it. It's when and how. Which is much more important is the execution. And that was a big key into it. And a lot of times people just do it. Hey, we'll have the ref bump here. We'll do this, and they make it so formulaic that everybody sees it coming. Whereas I tried to make mine that as soon as they saw this, one of my greatest moments ever was when I first came to ECW, and that's back when nobody had false finishes in the 2 big companies. Nobody had clean finishes in the 2 big companies, and so Paulie was having all clean finishes, and the ECW fans. This was in the very beginning when they were really smart. And they were really opposed to the big 2, as opposed to later on when they weren't. You know what I mean? Like when they started cheering when Lawler would show up or Sid showed up, and it became very hypocritical. But in the beginning, they were really into their clean finishes and the whole thing. And I showed up and I set up this finishing sequence where it looked like I was gonna have a screw job finish and beat Dreamer. And so Dreamer goes down. The screw job finish, I forget what it was. I hadn't even crawled over to cover him yet. And the people start chanting, no more screw job finishes, no more screw job finishes. Like the whole building, like all 1,300 people or whatever the fuck the building held. And so I'm like, me and Dreamer are looking at each other. We're like, oh, we own these people. And it was great because they thought they were so fucking smart. And I crawled over and they're like fucking getting so pissed. And then he kicked out and they're like, oh.
Got him.
And the whole building went like, oh. And because I knew there was a clean finish coming later. But it was because I try and go exactly where they expect me to go, and then I go make a left turn. So they're going, oh, we know where you're going. What? But he didn't go there. And what happens is everybody else just goes where they're expected to go, and they put all these little run-ins and all these, what they think is the dog and pony, and where the straight ahead down is the straight path. so that everybody sees it coming a mile away, whereas I never put it where you see it coming, so it becomes much more interesting and much more different and much more
out
dynamic.
of nowhere. Bam.
Yeah, exactly. So it becomes a whole different thing, and so it's not. And so the only reason these things get done to death, that's why like people go, oh, hardcore wrestling's done to death. Well, it's only done to death if everything's done to death if you do it boring. Regular wrestling's done to death if you do it boring. High flying is if you do it boring. You know,
I have a reason for the violence in the hardcore, and nobody has a reason for the violence.
I make mine interesting. Like I try not to make mine. I don't make mine just brawling to be brawling. I make mine creative.
And throw a little sword fight in there,
right.
A little bit of this.
If you don't make it creative, yeah, it's gonna be boring and stagnant. But what I hate is that they just throw everything. They throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know.
I don't get that saying. What is that?
I don't know either, but I just thought it worked.
Okay.
Anyway, and so they throw the whole thing out and they judge the whole genre. And what I hate is you know, at least I'd like if they're going to do that, then say and make the exception because you know mine never stacks up to the thing because I refuse to do it like everybody else because I don't want to be like everybody else. You know, and no matter what genre I'm participating in, I'm going to do it differently and do it uniquely. At least I'm going to try to anyway. Because I don't want it to look like everybody else's crap.
Like the run in Japan that nobody disabled that people would buy. You remember what I'm talking about? When you did the run in with Stevie or Dreamer.
Stevie was
Japan?
in the crowd. Wasn't Stevie in the crowd and the whole gimmick is that you flew him over there, or am I thinking of Dreamer?
I don't remember.
You don't remember that when you did a run? You remember you did a run and you used to tell me fucking they don't go for run-ins in fucking Japan. That's why I'm going to do one.
Oh right.
And then
but I don't remember
I forget the logistics of it though.
I don't remember anything else.
All right, well.
Yeah, but I'll just go on that. Yeah, they said that. Yeah, I guess that was something to that effect.
Nobody does a run-in in Japan.
Is that true?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so I did one anyway and it got over just to shove it up their ass because it works. Everything works. They go like if they say if everything works if it's done correctly. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
How about the fucking? I wish I could remember that story because now I know exactly what you're talking about.
The Japan one?
Yeah, I can't remember the details though.
I think it was a run-in by Francine and Stevie or something.
Didn't he? Yeah, I remember Stevie because I remember he wouldn't say anything to you at the time, but he was angry because it was his first trip to Japan and he wasn't over as a wrestler. He was over just to do a run-in. So
I'd have been happy. That's how much you didn't get it. Right. I'd have been happy as shit to be paid to go out there and do a fucking run-in.
Yeah.
Sure. I live for run-ins.
Special teams.
Paid. That was Dreamer's line. Pay me to be on special teams. I loved it.
Actually, I think I was the one who coined special teams.
I thought Dreamer did.
No way.
I plagiarized it from Dreamer.
Fuck that. Fat boy never called.
I love special teams, man. Fuck a match. Just let me
special
run
teams
in.
were the best.
That's all they're going to remember anyway. Fuck.
Yeah, hell yeah. Special teams rock.
Run-in's the best.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
It's the same.
That's what I'm saying. You know, you can get away with everything. Like, what else do they? Yeah, I mean, as long as you do it correctly, anything works. You know, because human nature is the same anywhere you go. It doesn't matter where you go. People behave the same way everywhere. Emotional touchstones are the same, and you can touch on everybody's heartstrings the exact same way. You know.
Yeah, the human psyche.
The human psyche. People go. I remember somebody goes to me one day. They go, "Yeah, wrestling psychology is a lot like human psychology." It's the same fucking thing!
Yeah, but some people try to
There was a wrestler who told me that.
I used to get caught in trying to make it too difficult, and then you just like, you know, what's his name says it the best, fucking, who was the booker down before Dusty and,
your mom?
You know, the guy from the old Texas guy.
Your mom.
No, come on, you idiot.
Bill Watts?
No,
Dutch Mantel?
Yeah, Dutch Mantel. He'd look at me sometimes and go, "Hack, it's fucking wrestling." You know what I mean? Sometimes you just try and outthink yourself. You know what I mean? And then you just like, even though it's a little bit hokey, they still fucking buy it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They still buy it.
How about when we fucking ran off the sign guy? Remember that? Did I tell that story on my shooting review?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know it on that.
I said, remember, there's that guy, the sign guy, that thought he was fucking part of the show. Remember the guy at ECW Arena, the sign guy, used to bring signs in the front row?
Next to the Hawaiian shirt guys?
Yeah, he had a sign like, he had signs like Kane.
No, the fat guy, I know that guy.
Kid, yeah, the fat kid. So anyway, Stevie sees him at the gym one day, and since Stevie's a heel and the kid thought he was a babyface and part of the show, Stevie said hi, and the kid's like, kayfabe. I got fucking hot, right? Stevie told me, I got fucking hot, right? like I said, like Stevie, Stevie and me may not have got along, but we were a family. We were dysfunctional, but I'm going to abuse Stevie, but nobody else is. You know what I mean?
I know.
I got fucking hot. I'm putting this guy out of wrestling. I'm going to fucking bury this guy.
Didn't we do something where you shot me in?
No. What I did was. So I knew. So the guy that was everybody called him the sign guy, and he thought he was part of the show, right? He thought he was cool, like he's part of the act. You know what I mean? And so I was like, all right. So the next week I invented Sign Guy Dudley, right? And I had fucking.
You invented Sign Guy Dudley.
Yes, that's how I came up with it. Ask Lou, he'll tell you. That's why.
And Lou carries a lot of credibility with me. He's not here. You could have said he's.
No, I'm saying, but as Gabe will tell you. That's why Lou will always fucking be indebted to me for coming up with it. Because Lou's always wanted to be in the business. Seriously,
what was Lou doing when he started?
He was a photographer, and Lou's always wanted to be in the business, and that's why Lou will always owe me a debt. He said because he always wanted to be in the business, and he never been able to get into it. So I said, all right, I got a thing for you. You could be Sign Guy Dudley. I said, you come out with a sign that says the original sign guy, right?
The Paul of it.
The guy can't. Oh yeah, Paul couldn't stop me at that point, right? I'm like, Paul's like, yeah, do whatever you want. You know what I mean? I guess. So the sign guy gets hot, right? Which I knew he would. So the next time we come to the arena, Dudley comes out with a sign that says Sign Guy Dudley, right? So this guy the sign guy in the crowd gets fucking hot. The next week comes out with a sign that says the original sign guy, right?
Right.
So we come back the next time with this bigger sign that says the original sign guy. How unoriginal is that? The original sign guy, right?
That's hilarious.
So the next week,
how do I buy there and I don't know this shit?
So the next week, you just don't remember. So the next week he comes back with an even bigger sign that says.
This is like me and you playing chess.
Yeah. I forget how many weeks it went, but I think either this week or the next one, I knew he was going to come back with a sign to trump us. Right. So when he went to trump us with the original sign guy, I unfurled the fucking bed sheet. I had the Dudleys unfurl a bed sheet that says the original sign guy.
The quadruple O sign guy.
And I don't remember exactly what it said, but something to that effect. And dances with Dudley's on one fucking post, hold it, and the other fucking one, and losing the other one, and the guy never brought another sign again. I shut him out.
Did?
It was a complete shutout.
I thought that guy was always around.
No, he came, but he never brought another sign again.
All because he said this.
All because he told Stevie Kayfabe. It pissed me off. Pissed me the fuck off.
I know.
What the fuck is he to say kayfabe? He's not even in the business.
That's fucking hilarious. Mark. Well, no, but that was part of the whole. That was the whole mystique of that fucking building was that the fans thought that they were part of the show.
And then I told Paulie, and he stole my line. I go, Paulie, this is a Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It is.
And he stole that from me too, that fucker.
It is. Who was the plant that used to eat people?
I don't know. I didn't see that movie with Rick Moranis. I didn't see that.
Oh, isn't that the Rocky Horror? Oh no, that's the Venus Flytrap.
No, that's the Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, that too.
I just saw The Wizard of Oz for the first time last week.
So did I. I saw it in color. It was
Ted Turner?
Yeah.
That anyway was sick. Hey, fucking how about Pez Watley died?
He did?
Yeah, he was a good guy.
Pistol Pez, I liked him.
Yeah, he was a good guy. He was alright. I used to watch him on TBS when I was a fucking younger.
Shaska Watley.
Yep.
In fact, the time I hired, I was working. You know that guy Skip, the hardcore Hamilton or whatever. I was booking a show for him, like maybe this is like '97, and I brought the Hardys up for that. And Pez was that the last time I seen Pez. I'm telling you.
Well, you brought the Hardys for what?
For a show in Conshohocken for this guy. What
do you mean you brought the Hardys?
Because they had this was before they were even in the WWF. They might have been doing jobs in the WWF.
How did you know them before that?
They handed Fonzie a tape.
Did we meet them at Hooters? Who did we meet at Hooters that one night? They came up to us on Delaware Ave.
I don't remember that.
Some wrestlers came up to us one time on Delaware Ave at the Hooters or something.
Was that the hardcore Hamilton? Oh no, that was the other guys from Philly that were doing shit down by the temple and stuff like that. Yeah, but they were buying. No,
I got a Lulu Temple store. I got a Lulu Temple store.
That was in the strip club, you idiot. Are you going to talk about the Bruise Brothers with me?
No,
remind me that the Bruise Brothers beat me up.
That story you're telling, tell that story. This story you're telling sucks ass.
All right, I got beat up.
Tremendous. All right, there's a Lulu
that
Temple.
Was planned.
I'm sure it was.
They did. They beat me up that night.
So I decided I fucking wanted to. I wanted to entertain myself some more, so I was gonna have a homage to all my favorite tag teams. So I fucking I wanted to have a homage to the Fargos.
Was this in the ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
To the Fargo, the fabulous fucking the fabulous Fargo brothers.
Was this the weekend after you got caught with the 16-year-old in your room?
Hey, that's fucking. I'll tell you that. I'll tell that story.
I knew I'd get him started. I got a long nap coming down.
I'll tell that story.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll tell the Lulu Temple story first.
All right, we'll forget about the other one.
I'm going to tell the story first. I'm going to tell the story first.
Okay.
All right, first of all, you mean Becky Bayless?
You remember her name?
Yes, I see her.
She's in the business now.
Yeah,
she works.
Scotty literally broke her head.
No, she was 14.
Oh, actually, God, you're
I didn't sleep with her, thank God.
I know you didn't.
No, you slept with her the week before that.
Okay.
That's what you told me. But anyway, listen, this is what happened.
That's what I told him.
Anyway, this is what happened. Is Amber Gertner and her. So it was like a.
No, Amber was trying to turn that girl out because Amber was queer. I know that.
Well, anyway, listen. So the whole thing is the whole thing's like a traveling circus, and we all stayed. That's where we all stayed at the Loser Lodge, I believe.
That's right. There weren't any rats left in ECW because all the boys married them.
Tremendous. So anyway. So we all stayed at the Loser Lodge, which was the travel lodge, which was a big circular hotel, and there was all kinds of.
Here's Cronus's baby and his wife's. You get that one? Did you get that?
Yes, I did.
All right, did you guys get that?
Well, you better explain it.
No, just leave it at that.
All right. Oh my God. Just call New Jack for that story.
Yeah, cover that on your shoot interview, Jack, will you?
Anyway, so listen, what the hell is it? Oh yeah, so anyway, so it's like a big traveling circus. So, it's like the carnival. Like, everybody
we are corny.
Everybody hangs out with everybody. Everybody stays in everybody's room. So Amber Gertner, who wasn't Amber Gertner at the time, she was just Amber.
Fat ass.
She was just Amber. Amber, I don't even know her last name at the time. Amber somebody or another. And Becky Bayless were hanging out. Even though Becky was 14 and Amber was like 25 or something, and I was probably like 33 or something. And so we're all hanging out. Everybody's hanging out. So I ended up staying up in Amber's room. Becky was staying there too. So me and Amber were fooling around or something. And
what?
No, wait.
I don't remember that.
No, Amber wasn't. I know what it was. Amber and Becky wanted to. Let me try to think. Amber and Becky wanted to fool around with me, but I couldn't. But I wouldn't.
You couldn't get a hard on.
No, I wouldn't.
Too much Cody.
No, I wouldn't because Becky was 14.
There was no
way I was going to fool around. No, there was no way I was going to fool around.
You didn't know she was 14.
Yes, I did. That was the whole point. Yeah, I'll tell you how I proved this because the cops interrogated me the next day.
They did.
Yeah.
He was under the bright lights.
Yeah, they interrogated me.
And the cop was smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, he said, "Where were you on the night of July 15th?" They tried to crack me. No, so listen. So I'm hanging out with Amber and fucking Becky, and so I'm basically I'm asleep in my underwear, I guess, and I guess Amber leaves, and I don't know for sure what happened, but I think what happened is Gertner decided he was mad because Amber was hanging out with me, called Becky's parents and tried to stooge me off like I fucked Becky, and so Becky's parents called the cops and said,
did they walk in the door like 6 in the morning or something?
Like 8 in the morning, bang, 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 bang. I'm passed out on the floor. I'm passed out on the couch on the bed with my underwear on, and because I was in my underwear. And she opens the door. The cops come barging in. All right, we're taking you to jail.
You do always sleep in your underwear.
Consorting with a minor or whatever. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. So they fucking cuffed me. And so Mikey goes, Paulie, they just arrested Raven. Bang, bang, bang. Right. So I'm like, I'm going to the big house.
I'm a loser, baby.
So I'm thinking, well, I didn't do anything, thank God. And it's like, thank God I didn't do anything, but there's no way I would because she's 14. There's no way I'm going to fuck a 14-year-old. It's ridiculous, you know what I mean?
Hey, you had Amber there if you wanted to fuck somebody anyway.
Exactly. But the hardest thing is you got 2 girls on you, and it's hard enough to turn down. It's hard to turn down 2 girls, but you're like, she's 14. There's no way. So I'm like, I'm not doing anything. So anyway, there's no fucking way I'm doing anything. So anyway, so the cops they put me in jail. They made me take off my shoelaces so I can't hang myself. In the meantime,
I've been there, done that.
Yeah, in the meantime, they're all getting my autographs, so I'm signing autographs. Hey, woo! So now, but this is to the cops. And
he's like Al Capone in Philadelphia's roundhouse.
Until all of a sudden they go, all right, we're taking you down for the interrogation. So now I'm like, they call me in for the interrogation. and they put the fucking bright light on me, and the cop comes in, and he's like, all right, what's the deal? What the fuck? You're fucking 30-something. You're hanging out with a 14-year-old. I'm like, dude, it's like a fucking circus here. You know, we just all crashed together. I mean, honestly, yeah, exactly. I'm like, I know it looks really fucked up, but I'm telling you, you know, like, I didn't do anything. He's like, so after like 20 minutes of this, you know, he's trying to browbeat me. You know what I mean? He's like, where were you on the night?
They did the Chinese water torture test to him. They were shoving bamboo shoots under his fingernails, but he wouldn't.
Then he actually sat on my shoulders and dropped grass in my. And then he spit loogies, and just as I was about to hit me in the face,
he slurped him back up.
Yeah.
Hoping you would crack right at the point.
Anyway, after about 25 minutes, he's like, all right, you're free to go. I was like, cool. I was like, and this is what an idiot I am. I'm like, I just out of curiosity, how'd you know I was telling the truth? Like I had
he had some big fucking dark fucking like some sensei fucking thing.
Well, no, I'm just thinking.
Did he grab your hand like this while he was fucking?
It's like I'm like instead of just going, instead of just being grateful that I got let free, I want to know how he knew I was. You know, I was just curious how he knew because I don't want it to be brought up again ever again. You know what I mean? Like most people would have been like, "Thank God they let you go.
You paid him off.
Just get the fuck out of there." You know what I mean?
Right.
I was like, I just want to know how you knew. He's like, listen. He goes, I've been doing this 25 years. He goes, she told the exact same story. He goes, obviously you guys had no time to talk because, you know, you were passed out. We banged on the fucking door. The minute we opened the door, we came rushing in. You guys couldn't even have made up a story together.
You didn't have your pants on, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's no fucking way. He goes, I've interrogated people for 25 years. He goes, your stories are exactly the same. He goes, there's no fucking way unless it was, you know, there were no flaws in the story.
Do you know where we wrestled that night?
Well, hold on, let me finish. So he goes, he goes, there was no way that you two could have concocted a story, even if you concocted it the night before and had it been that perfect and got it together, unless it was the truth. I'm like, all right, cool. So I mean, so it worked out really well. And then what was kind of funny is, so now fast forward like 10 years later. Hold on, 6, 7, 8 years later, I'm back doing indies after New York lets me go, and Becky is terrified that she's gonna have to run into me on the indie show because she thinks I'm gonna hate her. Well, I'm not mad at her. I have no grudge against her. It wasn't her fault. You know what I mean? Her parents called, and you know, and the only reason I never beat the fuck out of Gertner for it is because I never could prove that he did it. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to go beat him up because I still believe you got to be innocent until proven guilty. You know what I mean? And it's only Paulie pointing the finger at Gertner saying, I think Gertner did it, that even made me think that Gertner did it. You know what I mean? So I'll never really know if Gertner did stooge it off to...
Yeah, but she had been hanging around for so fucking...
No, Joel.
Hadn't she been around for a while, that girl?
Amber. I've known Amber for years. I've known Amber for like 10
I
years.
met Becky. Had she been hanging around us for a while?
She's been hanging around for about 6 to 8 months at that point.
Right.
And actually, I thought she'd already slept with some of the boys before that, but even though she had, I wasn't going to sleep with her. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
why did people say slept when there was no sleeping going on at all?
And actually, what always stays on my little shoulders is there was a little picture of Art Barr on my shoulder. Art Barr got busted.
I know, that's what I'm
Art Barr got busted. It actually wasn't statutory. Actually, supposedly raped some 19-year-old who was actually kind of like a rat that he'd already slept with, and supposedly got busted for rape. And there's always been Art Barr on my shoulder going, hey, you know.
Fuck her. Don't
fuck her. Don't fuck her. Don't fuck her.
You'll end up like me.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Wasn't that right before that pay-per-view that they did in California?
I couldn't. I mean, I'm 30. I was double her age. That's ridiculous.
How old are you?
Double
her age. Get it? She's 19.
Yeah, well, she's legal, at least for you. Anyway,
Yeah, but I won't be double her age in 5 years.
Who gives a shit, math man?
I'll be 7/8.
Thanks, Rain Man.
I'll be 7/8.
Thanks, Rain Man.
Anyway, underwear, Kmart. Kmart underwear.
What was the last thing I was saying?
The Lulu Temple story.
No, about
the devil.
Right before the devil thing. Right before the devil thing.
I don't know. We lost it.
No, there was something else I was going to say.
Breaker 19.
Yeah, so I never beat up Gertner because I never know for sure.
We got a bear in the air. I knew that.
So I never knew if he was the one to stooge it out or whatever. So Becky was terrified that I was going to want to beat her up or whatever, and but I'm not mad at her. So so she's all like timid, you know what I mean? I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna give her a big hug. She's like, hey, so we're all buddies, you know what I mean? I never held a grudge. I mean, it wasn't her fault, you know what I mean? And so I would have loved to know if that was Joel that did that, but I mean, I'm sure he'll never fess up to it. That'd be pretty idiotic at this point, you know what I mean?
Is he still in the business?
I don't know.
No.
Joel do anything?
No. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever happened to him?
I don't know.
Did he gain all that weight back?
No, he lost it. I think he went to real estate or something. So
Yeah.
he showed up at one of our shows last August, but I didn't really talk to him.
Yeah, she was.
Is he still married to Amber?
No.
What happened to that?
I don't know. I know they're not married though.
Yeah. Well, whatever. The Lulu Temple thing was
Tag teams?
Well, I know. So yeah, so the tag team. So I wanted to entertain myself. So I wanted to like have all spotlight all my favorite tag teams. So I made Stevie and Meanie become the
okay.
the fabulous ones.
They were doing the Fargo strut.
Yeah, I made them do the Fargo strut. They were horrible at it. They couldn't strut.
I know, but it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So then I made them do the. I wanted them to do a Baron von Stevie and fucking.
That was funny too.
And so but this is the big fucking.
Did they have a wig or something?
Yes, I made Stevie put on a bald wig. He was going to be Baron von Stevie and Colonel Demeany, Colonel De Beers.
That's right.
Right?
That's
and for
right.
Stevie, so Stevie fucking, it's one of those times where he's fucking arguing with me in the back, right? He's like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. I'm like, fucking Stevie, I'm the boss. You don't fucking argue with me. I'm telling you to do it. He's like, and I'm like, fucking don't argue with me in public. Like I always told him, you don't
Absolutely,
argue.
right.
You don't argue with your boss in public. You know, you pull me aside in private. So I'm really getting fucking pissed, right? Especially because I know it's going to be good. It turned out to be the best one we ever did, too. Which I always rub in his face, too. Because that was the one he bitched about the most, trying to be the best one we ever did. Like the Daisy Dukes was one of the biggest things he ever complained about. It was the biggest thing that ever got him over.
Got over huge. Yeah.
So anyway, so he's like, I don't want to do it. I'm like, you're going to fucking do it, so shut your fucking mouth and do it. So I make him put on the bald skin wig, and it doesn't really stay on, so it's popping off his head. And it's the only time that I've ever broke character, like, that they ever caught me, like, breaking character.
I made you break character.
Never once.
Yes,
Never once.
I made you
Never
laugh
once.
in the
Never
ring.
made me laugh. And I'm sitting in the corner, and Brian Lee
I
standing
used to
next to me.
spend the whole match trying to make him laugh.
Never worked.
I do the Three Stooges, Curly fucking.
Nothing made me laugh.
I got you.
I'm sitting in the corner, man. Brian Lee standing next to me, and Brian Lee's hilarious. And Brian Lee's going, "That's some funny shit. How are you not laughing?" And Stevie's parading around the ring, and his bald head's fucking popping off. Oh my! And I'm going like this. I'm going.
Yeah, you can see the shoulders going. Always see the shoulders going.
And I look up and go. And then I bend over, and my shoulders were starting. I was laughing so hard, I was internally shaking that my shoulders were just heaving.
I was internally shaking.
And then I would pop my face up just for a couple seconds to look mean.
Hilarious.
Like I wasn't laughing. Oh my God, I was laughing so hard. And Brian Lee's just egging me on, making me laugh even more because he's so funny. He is much funnier than you are. Anyway.
Anybody's much funnier than me. I'm not funny.
And then, Brian Lee's best line about you was one time the Sandman got chokeslammed, and he goes, man,
they had to alert air traffic control at the nearest airport. I got up so high for that thing.
He goes, I seen people fall off a skateboard and get more height.
And then I always tried my hardest. Then I started putting my hand up on the shoulder to try and get a little bit more air.
You got no air.
I'm telling you, I hit the ceiling once. I popped my head through the roof.
I've heard ants complain that they couldn't get under the overpass.
Could not jump at all. I'm so white, it's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
My son has the same problem. I was in his game last night. Kid's got a vertical leap of about 1.5 inches.
Who, Tyler?
Yeah. He's my size now.
How old is he now?
He's 15. He's 6'1", 210.
Really?
Kid's huge.
What about Kelly? How's she doing?
She's going to college. She's going to the college in Rhode Island in September.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is she?
Pumpkin's only 18 in a month.
Pumpkin's 18?
I know, it's unbelievable.
What's Lori doing now?
Getting a fat ass.
So nothing's changed?
Right.
Is she working?
I don't know. I got to see her in court tomorrow.
For what?
I don't know. She wants more money out of me or something.
I thought you lived next door to her.
No, she lives down the street and up the block a piece. Just follow the yellow brick road.
So wait, so if you live next door to you can't just meet her at the house? You got to go to court to see her?
Yeah.
That's retarded.
It's
You're an idiot.
You guys know the camera's rolling, right?
I know.
We don't care. I'm not hiding anything. I just walk in the locker room with a straw in my fucking nose. You think I care about this shit?
So wait, so what about Oliver? He's 6 now?
Oliver's 6, moonsaulting. Kid's awesome. I beat him in, what's that game that we played on? Mario Brothers. He loves Mario Brothers right now. He just got through the world with the porcupines in it, where the cloud drops.
Shut up.
I swear to God, he called me on the way here. He's like, you're a loser. I just got through the world with the porcupines on it. You're a loser.
What about tell a story about when you stooged him off?
Who, Oliver or Ty?
Oliver.
How did I stooge him off?
Remember when he liked the girl in the locker room?
Oh, yeah.
That was a classic.
Who was that girl?
Just tell the story though.
I don't know. I don't remember.
What's the Bruce Brothers story when they beat you up?
Oh, I was all fucked up. Well, any story that I could tell, you could just preface it with, I was all fucked up. And I was doing a run-in, and I was told, this was at the Lulu Temple, I was talking to somebody. I was talking to somebody up because I wouldn't do it. I never like to do a run in like all my entrances. I used to like to come from somewhere where nobody knew that I was coming from, and so I did my run in from the front of the building, and I was really loaded, and one of the Bruise Brothers had a cut on the back of his head, and he's like, heck, and I was supposed to go in there and clean house, you know what I mean, and so I missed my cue for the run-in, I think. I ran in late or I ran in early or something. And, of course, the first shot I hit, I broke open the Bruise Brother with the stitches on the back of his head. I broke open his head. The other brother fucking grabbed me, threw me out of the ring, and they fucking laid the boots to me, which seemed like about 5 hours. But they laced me pretty good. And this is how dumb I am. After the fucking match, I go in the back looking for him. And you have to walk through the kitchen, which was off to the side. You remember there was a kitchen there. Yeah. And you walk through the fucking kitchen, and they were outside, and they were complaining or something. They were saying something. And I went out. I was pissed off, which was stupid. So they fucking attacked me again, and they started beating me up in the kitchen. And luckily, New Jack saved me. Believe it or not, New Jack fucking saved me from the guys. And that's when, then right after that, Squirt came up to me, and then Perry came up to me, and Perry's like, "Listen, you got a fucking problem with those guys? We'll take care of it right now." You know what I mean? And fucking, I was like, no, just let it go. You were running and hiding. Oh my God, you were under the car, fucking shivering like this. Oh God, please don't call for Raven. Please don't call for Raven. Nevermore.
Where was I really?
I don't fucking know.
That's probably up in Sabu's Winnebago.
I don't know if you ever brought that to the Lulu Temple.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he brought it everywhere.
Not the Lulu Temple.
He brought it everywhere.
I don't know if you could get under that one trestle that was there going up to the place.
What trestle?
When you made a left at Albuquerque.
Shut up.
Off of Bridge Street, I'm telling you.
All right, what else you got for us, Gabe? I save lives.
Waterless.
A big part of your feud was, of course, Sandman's son Tyler. What was it like working with him?
Yeah, little bastard.
Not little bastard. The kid was 5 years old, the youngest kid ever in the ring.
7.
No, he wasn't. He was 5.
7.
5. He was born in '89. When did we do the angle? 95?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He was born in '89?
Yeah.
You sure?
Well, he's 15 now, you idiot.
So
he was born in... All right, I know you're not
good with numbers. I need a calculator.
I know you're not good with numbers.
Okay, so wait, so he was 15 now. What year did the angle? Was it 96, right? Wasn't it 97?
95, or 96?
96.
Get off it!
It was 7.
No,
it was 7. You know why I know it was 7?
You win WCW by 97.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 96 we did the angle.
No, we did it for 95, I'm telling you.
You know why? Because I remember on TV they used to go 7-year-old Tyler Fullington. They called him that on the air, 7-year-old Tyler Fullington.
Yeah, but I need him to be younger than Carino's kid for all intents and purposes.
Oh, he was 3.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, he was great though. He never missed his cue. Like now, when I'd be all fucked up, miss my cue, the kid would always nail his. I wanted to punch his face in.
You never. And I always told him to put that face on. The kid, he always had the fucking mean face on, and we never wanted him smiling out there. He always.
Yeah, it was kind of unfair to Kelly though. Kelly never got to play in the video game.
Oh well, yeah, but listen to this. Fucking now, Frank Goodman calls me. He calls me a couple weeks ago. He wants to redo the whole thing with me. Yeah, me, you, and Pumpkin. But Pumpkin's on my out list right now because she stooged something off to my wife that I didn't want my wife to know. And Pumpkin stooged me off. And like I went and saw her at her work. I told her. By the time I got in the car and was 20 yards away, my wife saw the phone with me. What the fuck do you mean you're doing this? I was like, oh my God, Pumpkin just stooged me off.
But Porty is actually proud of her for stooging.
Oh, I got to give it to her in some aspect. You know?
50% of you so proud, and 50% went to punch her in the face.
I wanted to kick her right in the crotch. I was so mad at her.
Whose idea was it to use Tyler?
Mine.
Okay.
Mine.
We were in.
Paulie's.
We were in. Who were the guys?
Paulie's. Paulie's.
Listen to me, you fucking idiot.
You idiot-faced idiot.
Who was the 2 guys? You remember the guy who had the real hot chick that was with him? He was an older guy, and they were tag teams from like Reading or something like that.
Damian Kane.
Damian Kane. We were at the place where they did their shows, and we were in the back, and Paul. That's when Paul goes to me. He goes, you know what? We're gonna do a thing where Raven's gonna, because our program was starting to go a little bit, and he goes, we're gonna do a thing where he's gonna steal your family, and we'll get some child. He goes, we'll get some child actor like Macaulay McCalkin or something like that. That's what Paulie goes to me. Like he picks. I don't know if that movie was out there or not, but he picks up child actor. I was like, Paul, how about if we use Tyler? He goes, I love it. Great idea. We'll use my own kid. You know what I mean? He said something totally fucking ridiculous, and I was like, well, the hell with it. Let's use him, and then fuck.
Did he get paid?
I don't remember. Yeah, well, no, you know what? We made a thing where, because my wife was pissed she wasn't getting paid. So, because I wasn't, back then, I think I was making like maybe $500 a match, because I wasn't making like the $3,000 or $4,000 a week or whatever. So I had Paul write a check out. I had him broke up my pay in for them. You know what I mean? Like Ty thought he was getting $25. My wife thought she was getting money, but it was all broken down out of my pay anyway. You know, just to appease them. So
Yeah, because what a shrewd move by you.
I know.
You have 2 more people in the family working, so yeah, instead of paying them, we'll just give them some of yours.
Well,
brilliant strategy.
Well, at this point, I wasn't into wrestling for the money. You know what I mean? I was probably making $75,000.
Because if you really think about it, if you want to see what a marquee is, all you got to go is watch the Halloween Havoc 1989, and you'll see the 88.
I wasn't a wrestler yet.
And you'll see the Sandman painted up like Sting
in the 5th row.
Oh,
so if you buy the Halloween Havoc, you it's 87 or 80. Before I even went to wrestling school, I'm in the 5th row when they had Halloween Havoc at the Philadelphia Civic Center or whatever. And Muda blew out. There was a fire that started on the top of the cage from the lights with a burlap sack.
What a schmuck!
I'm such a mark.
Painted up like Sting.
I did have my face painted and everything. And all right, what were we talking about? The time when I knew Ty had it. It was the first time we used them. You remember we fucking...
What about the ECW Arena? He did great the first night.
I know, but don't you remember we were working and we did that school somewhere up in New York the next day, but we stopped at like Central Park in New York when it was raining in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. and you walked around and he was standing on the stove.
Yeah.
It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to
That's where I missed my cue and the kid nailed his take.
Yeah, the first take, Scotty's doing this 5 fucking great fucking promo. He's walking amongst the swings, the seesaw, and all this shit. And it's pouring rain at this point. He gets over. My son's 5, 6, 7 years old.
And I forgot to give him the line for his cue. And the kid, like I was supposed to have one more line for his cue, and I forgot it. And I finished my verbiage and didn't say the line, and the kid knew instinctively that he was supposed to go next anyway.
And he
just hit his pose and said the line.
Paul's like, "Fuck, you didn't have to lie, Raven." So we had to do it all again. Well, that's
no, we didn't have to do it again because maybe we did.
No, you did the whole fucking.
But the kid nailed it. We didn't need to do it.
So then at this point, we were doing Blue Dust.
Yeah.
So we got meanies on one of those bridges that's made out of wood and chain and shit like that. Meanies laying.
It's a bridge. It's a kid bridge, like a swing set bridge.
Yeah. So Meanie's laying there, right? And then remember, this was my idea.
Painted him blue.
We wanted something blue. No, we got icing from the fucking store. We said that's the blue icing. So Meanie's laying there naked. I'm a little bit smashed. Meanie's laying there fucking naked. They're fucking shooting it, and here comes a cop coming up fucking with his light. You can see the light fucking going back.
So me and Hacker are like, we'll handle it. Like, no, you two stay away.
Tommy's like, no, don't go near the cop. Don't go near the cop.
So Paulie's like, they're trying to. Paulie's like, the cops like, you guys got to go, and Paulie's like, we'll leave. Me and Hacker like, no, officer, like, we got one more take.
And I'm trying to go, look, we'll put you in the shot. Stand behind
one more take on TV. And the cop was letting us have one more take, and Paulie's yelling at me and Hack, and the cop was gonna let us have one more take.
Oh, you're fucking totally idiotic.
Yeah,
I mean, we weren't in Central Park. We were
by the office, by Ron's house.
Yeah, exactly.
By Ron's house, that playground by Ron's house.
3 o'clock in the morning, creating all kinds of havoc.
Ron Buffoon.
And a Jewish. Yeah, he's fucked Charlie out all that money, didn't he?
Did he really?
Yeah, he got paid for them tapes or something through Paul because they were holding them at ransom.
Why did he fuck Charlie?
In a store. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. I don't know, but he fucked Charlie out
bullshit.
of that.
I hate shit like that. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, Tyler was good shit. He rocked, man.
Kid was on his cue.
But yeah, the first appearance was DCW Arena, and he just came out. I got barbed wire stuck in my hair.
It was after the Gordy match, right?
Yeah, it was after the Gordy match. Right, yeah.
Oh,
and I had barbed wire stuck in my hair everywhere. I didn't even know that was after that.
I didn't know
that was one of my all-time best matches, I thought.
I thought it was me and you. Oh, you walked him through that fucking 15 minutes. You did a good job.
That was one of my proudest moments because everybody thought the old Gordy was back. And he wasn't. It was just out for one night only.
Yeah, you were for one night only.
I think Saturn worked in the next week. I think Saturn worked him the next weekend, and it was a shit.
And I did a 6-man with him in a cage, and I fucking kept grabbing him. I'm like, Terry, please, we're supposed to be over here. He
you guys did that heat wave cage.
And
yeah, but he was gone.
I didn't know that was the same night though.
Kill.
Yeah, and so fucking I barbed wire in my hair, and I got Lori in front of me, and you're tracking me with a cane, and then Tyler comes running out in front of me, and goes, I don't like you, Daddy. You're a drunk. I like Raven.
Remember we gave the verbiage and everything too?
Yeah, that was great.
And then I remember I tried to get tears out. I couldn't actually cry, but I think I got my bottom lip to quiver a little bit.
The quiver.
The quiver.
And you got the pomegranate to shake.
The quiver, yeah. I don't remember that. I don't remember exactly how it started. I don't remember when it finished. Was the day when they were having the convention and I was all halcyoned up. And fucking, I was burying Todd Gore. Fuck that Jew. Fucking with all the convention people there and shit.
Oh, you broke his heart, too.
Oh, I was so
broke his heart. Why were you mad at him?
I was all halcyoned up. I don't even remember.
No, we were mad at him for something.
Oh, because you know what? Because I know the convention's a fucking. I'm supposed to start the convention one of the first couple guys, right? So obviously we're all coked up and shit like that. So I take fucking 5 halcyons at like 9 o'clock. And
no, but you were mad at him, like he fucking.
I'm gonna get to the story. So Todd goes. So Todd tries to wake me up, and I'm like, fuck, I can't get up or something like that. Then he comes back into the hotel room and he goes, I got the Eliminators to take your place. That's what set me off. Was that their name, the Eliminators? And that's what set me. I'm like, they can't take my place. This and that.
No, there was something. No,
that was it.
No, I think there was something big going on. You were mad at him for something else. There was something before that, I think.
I don't know.
And you broke his heart. I mean, he was in tears.
I know, I did. Well, of course, we're still best friends now. New Year's Eve.
He doesn't like you.
We had dinner with him New Year's Eve.
Me and Dolly
him. So then, what was the match when he came back to me?
Tyler?
That was that same night. That was that internet night because me and Todd weren't talking. I wasn't talking to fucking anybody. And this is what Paulie goes to me. Paulie grabs me and he takes. But Paul was happy to see fucking me and Todd not together because I was his top guy. He wanted Todd out and he was getting ready to go HHG anyway. You know what I mean? So he was happy to see me and Todd fucking having a little feud.
Who was his top guy?
Me. So Paul pulls me back into that. You know that back room that's underneath the stairway? He pulls me back there. He goes, listen. He goes, I know what you did today. I understand why you did it. You know, Paul, I understand why you did it. Now, and he's done this to me a couple times. We're going to tell everybody I find you half of your pay for the next 2 months. But between me and you, it's not going to happen. But if anybody asks, I find you half your pay for the next 2 months. And that was the end of it.
Yeah, well, what happened? Why did he give you your Tyler back? I forget.
That was all supposed to happen, but I don't remember why either. I guess
why
the program ran
its
course.
How did the program end?
I remember he came out on my shoulders. You were probably abusing Witchy Pill or something.
I don't think. I remember for some reason that you got him back too soon or something. Like I think I remember being upset that you got him back already. Like I thought it was too. I think we both were. I think we thought it was too early in the program or something.
Yeah, well, but we were already over a year at that point, weren't we?
No,
not with him, but I mean us.
I think for some reason.
We have been in that.
Don't you remember anything, Gabe?
No, I don't remember.
I didn't remember this.
What about you?
Doing more drugs than us.
Yeah, Gabe's a little stoner, I bet. Fucking kayfabe stoner.
Yeah, he is. Look at that hair.
Yeah, he fucking looks like Albert Einstein with that hair.
He does.
All mad geniuses have crazy hair. That's why you don't have any.
I don't. I lost all mine.
How about working with injuries? There was one match you came out with crutches.
Oh yeah, I had ankle surgery. I actually had
ankle surgery. The what is his name?
Pediatrician?
Yeah. The pediatrician put a Band-Aid on his ankle. He came to the show saying he had a fucking surgery.
I like what happened was
I got gout. The only reason he took gout was because when he opened up his PDR, he opened it up to G and there was gout. He's like, oh yeah, I think I'll have this injury right here. And he pointed the gout. He goes, oh, this is great. I was right there. He goes, oh, this is great. And everybody will believe it too because there's not really any symptoms that they can tell is going to be that.
First of all, numbnuts, you don't get surgery for gout. Second of all, what happened was it's a congenital defect.
Oh, congenital defect.
Now,
what the fuck is that?
From birth. My bone, my foot's too long here, so I walk.
Such a fucking piece of shit.
Let me tell you the story.
My bone's too long. I thought it was from drinking.
No, it's not. I'm telling you the story.
You used to say it was from drinking.
No, I never said that.
You always did.
No, I didn't. The gal was from drinking. The surgery was from something completely different.
Okay.
It just happened to be on my foot. The bone was too long. And when I walked, it would fucking cause me all this pain. So the quack was going to take an inch of bone out of my foot. So whenever I used to say that I had an inch of bone missing in my foot, I did.
That was your curve spray.
I did, but it was actually this direction, not height. It was length. They had to take an inch of bone out of the length.
I don't believe you.
I'll show you the
Did they
scar.
ever do it?
Yeah, they did.
All right, I want to see the scar.
All right. I forget which foot it's on, actually.
I forget
For 10 years.
He is such a lying piece of shit.
Oh, we got a bet. $100.
That you what?
$100.
It ain't proving nothing. You could have cut your foot on glass at the beach.
All right, hold on. I think it's the right foot. See that scar?
There's no scar here.
There's a huge scar there.
That looks like you did it when you gigged yourself.
There's a huge scar there. See the other scar here?
All right, what's that one?
That's the same foot the surgery. They fucking trimmed the bone down here.
Okay, so now the gout came in through
It's
here.
not the gout, you nuts.
Notice, the man from the grassy knoll did the operation from here, and then the bullet took a left turn at the fourth metatarsal, and then suddenly dove at a 60-degree angle up towards the ankle. It's hard for me to believe that there was only one surgeon.
Actually, there wasn't. There was two surgeons.
Oh, you're killing me.
Listen, it was actually a good story. So they had to shave this bone here, and they had to fucking cut the inch of bone out of my ankle, but everybody thought it was this way, because I wanted to use the loaded boot gimmick, which never got over.
Yeah, it didn't.
But the reason it didn't get over is because it didn't make any noise. If it would have had like a sound effect, it would have worked. But
like if you had one of those things
that's
that they
pretty
put in
good
a
scar,
package. Like if you had one of those air bubbles that they put in a package.
no, if I would have slapped my leg when I did it, would have got over more. But I didn't used to slap my leg then. Anyway, so they so the quack's foot is supposed to operate on my foot. Him and his partner, right? So the quack shows up late for the surgery. I'm already fucking half unconscious, right?
Was he saving a life?
Nah, I fucking numbnuts. My own roommate shows up late, so the guy's already closing this, and the guy never shaved enough of the bone off. And he's like, if I'd have been there on time, I would have shaved more of the bone. I'm like, well, thanks for showing up on time, dickhead. So anyway, so I'm unconscious, right? Because they give me the anesthesia, completely unconscious. All of a sudden, I sit up and I go, hey, are we done?
Undertaker sit up?
I swear to God, I sat up like the Undertaker. I'm like, hey, are we done yet? And the anesthesiologist goes like, what the fuck? How's he awake? And
You didn't know what your dopamine receptors actually could take.
Yeah, the quack's like, he goes, his liver chops up drugs like candy. He goes, shoot him up some more. So I go, and I'm back out. Because I had to go to the Neil Young concert that night.
Oh my God, Russ never see here. You want to show the tattoo?
No,
I
listen.
refuse to go to Neil Young.
Listen, so anyway, so I'm out, and all of a sudden I sit up like the Undertaker again. I'm like, hey, are we fucking done yet? I got a Neil Young concert to go to. And the anesthesiologist goes, I never lose. And I was out again. So they put me out again.
I never lose.
And they fucking, they dropped me out again. The fucking under I went. And fucking, so I wake up, and so fucking, I'm in fucking, oh my God, was I in fucking agony. I'm on crutches, and I fucking
Still made it to the concert.
Still made it to the concert. And fucking went to see Neil Young, got fucking, and Molotov, Jim Molotov, the ref used to work there, so we get in free, and then we go sit in the VIP section, because we're like C-level celebrities.
Yeah,
so,
again, you remember fucking, we went to meet him, we hit like 4 concerts in like a month's time. We walked out early on Jethro Tull, we walked out early on Steely Dan. Huh?
No, we didn't see Jethro
Yeah,
Tull.
we did. Jethro Tull. We played like 5 songs. We looked at each other. Our ADD was kicking
Jethro
in.
Tull, it was Queensryche.
Was it? Huh?
It was Queensryche.
All right. And Steely Dan, we left early.
We didn't see Steely Dan.
All right. Well, there was a couple concerts. I remember that.
We saw The Who, but that was at the Spectrum. But that was Quadrophenia, and it sucked ass. I hate Quadrophenia.
We saw The Who at the Spectrum?
I think so. One of the
Wasn't
Spectrums.
it the Vet?
No, it was one of the. It was the new Spectrum. Fucking, it was Quadrophenia. It sucked ass. Anyway, so I go to Neil Young. So the next day, fucking, we had a show. So I'm like, I'm hardcore. I don't miss a show. So I go to the show, hobbling on my crutches, and that was the night that fucking Missy and your fucking wife shot on each other.
In New York?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that was the next night.
Off of the hot, right before the Verrazano Narrows Bridge.
I don't know. It was like that fucking
Highland exit.
It was like
the Beehive, or kind of
like a
Beehive
geodesic dome.
Yeah, remember you could climb the fucking
it was like an amusement fucking park.
That was funny shit, man.
So anyway, so I go there, And I still took bumps. I thought I DDT'd somebody. I DDT'd people. And I just held my leg out like this. I still fucking basically work with a day after surgery. And fucking...
I got choked out by Taz. He was tough mother. I got choked out by Taz the day of my surgery and flew 5 hours on a plane. How can you beat that? Just like I got the bigger pop when I came back from WCW.
Absolutely
way bigger than
not.
The pop that you
biggest
got.
pop ever in history of the company, Gabe. Tell the truth. When I came back in
I'm not. He is not a measuring stick or your barometer anymore.
The biggest pop in history of the company was when I came back. When I came back in New York, yes. No, and that's not even our backyard. Philly's the backyard. I came back in New York.
All right, well.
Actually, you know what was one of the biggest pops ever was the Gordy pop when Gordy came out. Yeah. That was one of the biggest pops ever. Was when Gordy came out.
I think it was when I came
anybody. And me and Witchy Poo had to sit out there. They sent us out there, and then something broke. So me and Witchy Poo were out there
for like 10 minutes,
for like an hour and a half. And Witchy Poo's dancing for me for like 20 minutes, and then she sits in my lap. And then I'm getting wood because she's fucking macking all over me. So then I just she annoyed me.
She's macking all over him.
And she tried to give me the bat cave.
You're fucking hilarious.
So then I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden Freebird starts playing, and the whole place I got fucking goosebumps.
Did they know he was coming out?
No, that's what I'm saying. Why'd they not?
I think it was a surprise, wasn't it?
Surprises are the best thing to fucking pull you ever
invented. And Freebird starts playing, and they're like, and they
didn't think it was him.
Yeah, and they didn't think it was him. And they're like and because I'm diagonally from the fucking sitting in the corner, diagonally from the thing. The first people stood by the corner, the next, and the whole building was standing. And I'm telling you, I was getting fucking goosebumps. It was so fucking loud and such a monstrous fucking pop. It's unbelievable the reaction he got. Yeah. I mean, it was huge.
Any other favorite matches or angles between you two that stand out?
No, I hated it.
Yeah, the barbed wire match. Because I was terrified going into it.
It took me 6 months of begging and pleading. Well, I was a little hesitant doing my first one, but I was going in with Cactus, and I knew Cactus would walk me through it. You know what I mean? But I wasn't like a down and outright pussy about it. He was a down and outright pussy.
Let me tell you.
I'm not doing it. Somebody stole my binky.
My binky. So anyway, so I never wanted to do one, right? I was terrified of it. And and Paulie knew I was terrified of it. So when I got out of rehab after I crucified him, Paulie's like,
I had to go.
Paulie's like, the only way you're winning the belt back is if you do a barbed wire match. And it was on 2 levels. Part of it was to rib me, because he knew I didn't want to do it. But part of it was to make me face my fear, because I didn't want to do it. Because it was that kind of fight. He thought he was Vince Lombardi. So it was kind of like on 2 levels. It was a rib, but it was also...
He was a Vince Lombardi. He could talk you into fucking anything.
Yeah, you could be wanting to shoot him in the head with a gun, and you come walking out going, and you could have his cock in your mouth.
He was good.
Yeah.
Fuck,
you'd be like, can I blow your dog? You know what I mean? He was the most charismatic guy. He was Jim Jones. I mean, I would have drank this.
Oh, I'd have drank the Kool-Aid easily.
Yeah. I would have drank the Kool-Aid dripping out of his asshole. Well, maybe not that far. Anyway, anywho. I said that out loud. Anyway, well, he was that charismatic, though.
I was really thinking it, but I didn't say it.
He really was. You know he was, Gabe.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, so so it was at the barbed wire, and I was like, fuck. But I mean, there was no way I was not going to do it. I mean, I may be terrified, but I'm not a pussy.
I think he was holding out for more money, too.
The thing is I may be terrified, but deep down, is no matter how scared I am, I'm still not going to be a pussy. I'll still do it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I'll do it. So I'm telling Hacky, I'm like, all right. And I'm like, fuck it. I go, all right, Hack.
He's got 3 layers of clothes on.
No, and I made sure I took my shirt off for it, too. So I said, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to take my shirt off and fucking take it like a man. I'm not going to be like a cunt with a shirt on like Hacky used to do.
Okay.
And I go, I said, listen, Hack, I go, if it isn't as bad as I think it is, I'll be on my knees, and I want you to whip me with it one time. I go, if it's not as bad as I think, then I want you to keep whipping me with it, right? Because you get a piece of the barbed wire and you whip the guy, right?
This is funny.
So Hack's like, I'll whip him one time, he's gonna fucking tackle me and that'll be it. So Hack whips me with it, right? And I just stay there. He's like,
I was aghast.
He was aghast. He was mesmerized. So he whips me a second time, waiting for me to tackle him. I took like 72 whippings.
I was doing the pussy tackle, like grab on and hold on to my leg. Right. One of those things, you know what I mean?
He must have whipped me like 8,400 times.
At that point, I got tired of whipping him.
Yes, it was great. I took everything he had and more. I was like, this isn't even painful. Hit me some more. That was a fucking piece of cake.
Did the table break in early, like, screw you guys up at all?
What table?
What
are you talking about?
You guys went up for, I think it was supposed to be a pile driver through the table, and it broke, like...
With barbed wire?
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
All I remember is that you always wanted to wrap yourself in barbed wire, tuck it in your pants.
I did that match, didn't I?
I don't know.
Yeah, I wrapped myself and then I opened up my pants and I put the barbed wire in my fucking pants. I don't know when it gets
finished. What was the finish?
It was, I think it was a pile driver through the table or DDT in the table. Like, you guys both went on the table and it broke.
That's probably your fault because you're fat.
I was 280 back then.
How about any, you guys did a whole bunch of cage matches and...
I hated cages. Well, you know why? Because fucking cages back when it was Bruno Sammartino, and Superstar Billy Graham. But I'd have him whip me into the fucking cage. I'd do a triple fucking lead in the cage and the people would sit there. They wouldn't buy fucking cages.
That's because you know how to work.
Well,
when I would do it, they would pop like crazy.
First of all, you couldn't get enough air to get over the top rope to whip yourself in.
Hey, fucking, yeah, you know what? Actually, I disagree with you. I don't remember even having a cage match with you to begin with.
I remember
we had one.
We had a couple.
We had a bunch.
We had one up in Middletown.
Around the whole horn with them. You did.
I remember one in Middletown.
I think Allentown you did one. Yeah, Middletown.
Who's Allen, and why do you have his own town?
You're fucking horrible.
Why did our feud end? That's all I want to know.
And then you did a bunch of dog collar matches too. You did one with Revere. You did one.
You know who I had a great dog collar match with was fucking Punk. Me and Punk had a great dog collar match in fucking
Jersey.
In Jersey.
Yep.
That was a pretty big crowd too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the Jeff Hardy show.
He didn't draw it. Fucking that's bullshit.
Oh no!
They booed him out of the joint.
Dog collar match.
No, they booed him out of the joint.
All right, but he was the one that got him there. They paid money to see him. He sucks.
No. They booed him before as soon as he walked out the door. They didn't boo him after the match. They booed him before he walked in the ring.
Music hit.
Once his music hit, they booed him.
They did?
Yeah, unless they paid just to come and boo him.
Nah.
No, they were paying. It was London's Farewell and the dog collar match.
Right, exactly.
Yep. Those both true.
Well, Jeff Hardy got the credit. I never get credit for anything I do.
London was calling for a farewell?
Yeah, London calling from the faraway town. Now war is declared.
Here we go. Todd told me to answer this.
London calling to the underworld. Come out of the cupboard.
Your boys and girls.
London calling. A bomb's blowing.
The nuclear era. I don't know the words. Todd told me to ask you, what was the first couple ever on television shown in bed together?
What?
This is your trivia question for the tape.
Okay.
Who was the first couple ever in prime time ever shown in bed together?
In prime time.
Prime time.
What decade?
70s.
70s.
It's not the Brady's.
First couple.
Everybody wants to say that. I said the Brady's.
No, I would never say the Brady's.
Yes, you would. You idiot.
Would not have.
All right.
Do you see how gassed up Peter Brady is? Holy shit, on a Surreal Life? Do you watch a Surreal Life with China?
Yeah, I just saw The Wizard of Oz for the first time.
Bro, yeah, this is a TV show. That's
have you seen a porno movie or whatever?
Oh, it's horrible.
Is it?
Oh, it's disgusting, bro. But now I can't look at her the same.
I heard she was on Stern, like, all fucked up.
Bro, she's a mess. But listen, on a Surreal Life, she's on there.
The midget is funny as shit.
Bro, he's naked peeing on the wall. He's so happy.
He's funny as
bro,
shit.
With Peter Brady, so they go wake Peter Brady up in the middle of the night, and him and a male model come out, they both in boxers, and he's all jacked up, better built than a male model.
Is he?
Well, he's got abs. Like, speaking of being, I knew a story I want to tell about being jacked up. So the Sandman, say we go to WCW. So Sandman, I'm like, bro, you got to get in shape. You got to get in shape. So I get him on the gas, right? I get him to get some growth hormone on the gas. Sandman's working out. He's all fucking getting training hard. He's really into it. He's eating dieting and stuff. And he's looking really good for him. Right? So,
which is horrible for anybody else.
But he doesn't know that. So anyway, so we come back to ECW, right? And so he's still in really good shape, right? And everyone's like, my God, you look fucking great. Wow. So Sandman's like, he's like, hey, you think I should go out there with no shirt? I'm like, I don't know. I wear the shirt, right? He's like, fuck you, you're jealous. He goes, everyone says I look great, you're just jealous. I'm like, I would wear the shirt. He's like, fuck you.
And I was convinced then that I could wear the shirt.
He's like, fuck you, you're just jealous, I look great. So he goes out there, goes out there with no shirt on, and he comes back, he says like, fuck you, see, I told you I look great. Watches the tape, he's like, you were right. He's like, how come everybody said I look great? I go, because you look great for you, but you don't look great compared to anybody
I
who's
saw it on TV, I was like, what an idiot I am.
I go, you don't look great for anybody who's built, you just look great for you.
I was all puffed up. I was holding my breath the whole time.
He didn't look great for you, though. You were all jacked up.
Oh, my God.
It was great. He was all growthed up. He was fucking gassed up. He was all yacked.
How about WCW?
How'd you end up leaving WCW? Did you leave before I did? Before I quit?
I wasn't even in yet when you quit.
Shut up.
I wasn't.
WCW?
I started.
How do we do the bloody angle there, moron?
Oh, yeah. All right,
idiot.
All right, scratch. That was the first time I really did ecstasy.
Shut up. The first time I think you did it was when I brought you in Florida when I made you and you had your bucka.
That was the first time. You know, I thought Cleveland was the first time.
I think it was Florida.
Remember, yeah, then we drove to Orlando.
Yeah, and you were all... Yeah, I think you came to visit me and I got you so fucked up you were crying like, I'm so fucked up, I'm so fucked up, I'm so high. Somebody hold my hand.
You know what? You're right. I kind of do remember that now.
Yeah, you were all fucked up. I think that was when I set my record-setting 14 straight days of ecstasy.
Oh, what? And each day you have to double your dose from the day fucking before. You probably fucking 50 fucking pills.
Horrifying.
And we'd be in the car. I remember when we left my house, it was pouring fucking driving rain. We're in that red fucking that red car with the you always like to get a convertible. Always had to have a convertible.
Ragtop man.
And he's got 5 different kinds of ecstasies, and they're all stamped with this little fucking logo. We're doing 90 miles an hour going west, we're going east on 4 to fucking Orlando in the pouring rain, and he's like pulling them out one by one, trying to see what kind he wanted to do.
Yeah, you know, actually, I'm driving now. I got a Ford F-150, the big super cab pickup. Those things ride like a Cadillac.
What?
They're huge. You ever seen them?
An F-150? If you're going to get one, don't you get like a 750?
No, the Ford F-150. It's like the Motor Trend Truck of the Year.
Right. They sold 239,000 of them last year in the United States.
Oh, shut up. Don't act like you know something.
No, I do, because my buddy, I gave my buddy that quiz, because it was in the USA Today, and I called him up because he sells Chevys. So I asked him what was the best-selling vehicle.
Yeah, they're fucking I got the giant super cab. Bro, it's jacked up like this. Fucking unbelievable. It drives like a Cadillac. Bro, you can be driving 100 and you think you're driving 40. I'm best ride I ever had. Bro, seriously. Best ride I ever had. I'm telling you. It's unbelievable.
Why didn't you get the one that has what's that truck that has...
Like a dabber in it?
What's the truck that fucking has the metal roof that turns into a fucking convertible?
They don't make those anymore, Hack.
Yes, they do. They just came out with it.
Hummer?
Avalanche?
I don't know the fucking name, but there's a car that's got a metal roof that turns into a convertible, isn't it?
No.
That folds down.
They have like the Avalanche. It's like a smaller bed, but they do the Hummers to have the metal tops that come off too.
No, this thing doesn't pop off. It actually folds down into the back. It's all. How can you guys not know this?
Right, I think when I was listening to Bob Eaton is when you were Yeah, the
Bobby, where's my keys? My wife's like,
yeah,
what the fuck are you talking to?
Yeah.
That's the funniest fucking thing I ever remember.
Bro, I saved lives.
How about, we haven't mentioned Kimona Wanalea yet. Any stories?
Yes, you know what pissed me off is Paulie and Tommy both trying to take credit for the name.
He's got plenty of stories about Kimona. The first time I met her, I think she was blowing him in Evolution in the bathroom.
No, actually, I never had sex with her.
Was that?
Stevie had sex with her. No, let's see. Stevie had sex with her. Jericho. Who else? A bunch of people. I found her. She was my buddy's girlfriend at the titty bar where I used to DJ one night a week. And,
tell them about you and fucking with Veronica.
But the way I came up with the name, though, was, you know, like when you're a kid, they have it's like stupid things, like the stupid book, like the Hawaiian, like it was like the Yellow Stream by I.P. Daly. The Hole in a Mattress by Mr. Completely.
The Three Stooges did them all the time.
Tiger's Revenge
Potts and Ben Sobar.
Right, Tiger's Revenge by Claude Balls.
All right, whatever.
That's a good one. Anyway, the Hawaiian Prostitute by Kimona Wanalea. That's where I came up with it. And then Paulie and Dreamer tried to take credit for it. That pissed me off. What about Luscious?
What was the song that you sung when we went into the bar up in New York? Remember that?
Oh, Rapper's Delight.
He knows every word to this. Come on, sing something for you.
What's up? I said a hip hop,
He knows every word. Veronica fell in love with him. He sang that song. I don't know. They might have been doing karaoke or something.
They were playing.
And he just walked up and grabbed the mic.
They were DJing, and I grabbed his microphone and I rapped the whole song with him.
And Veronica fell in love with him then.
How can you blame her?
She goes,
She's only human.
She goes, when he started singing that story, or singing that song, I was like,
oh, actually, we're going to hang out tomorrow night, me and Luscious.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where are you hanging out at?
I
She
know,
came
I know,
over to my
I know.
house the day after Christmas or
Yeah,
something.
she says you won't hang out with her no more.
I won't.
Why?
I don't like her anymore.
Why not? They're her best friends.
Ever since she tried to pick up my girl at my house while I was away.
That's tremendous, though.
I know, isn't it funny? She tried to ply her with alcohol and then take
I love
advantage
it.
of her. Is that
I love
great
it.
or what?
Ah, tremendous.
How about Missy Hyatt? Any stories there?
Me and Missy finally made up. Like, it's really funny. Like, so Missy fucking...
I didn't know you two were feuding.
No, over the... Like, Missy was like fucking... She was, what's the word? She was bipolar on me. Like, some days she'd be really sweet to me, and other days she was like a total cunt douchebag to me. And, anyway, so it's like sometimes she'd just be so evil, like... And so I'm finally like, we were at some convention or something, and so she wanted me to sign an 8x10 to her. So I put to Missy, say, sometimes when we get along, you're really cool, when we're not, you're such a bitch. So I'm just like, we always get along. I'm like, no, we don't. So finally, like, we had this long talk, and then, I know what it was. We ended up, me, her, and Francine went to,
Spin the wheel, make a deal?
no, we went to, we were up at a show in New York at a convention at the Chiller Con or something, the Chiller Theater, Monster Chiller Fest. And we went to one of them Hall of Fame deals up in upstate New York. And then,
What the fuck were you doing in a Hall of Fame thing?
no, we went to hang out. We went to hang out. I want to go.
You bought a ticket.
Yeah, I bought a ticket. We went to go hang out. You know, go see the George Animal Steel and the Destroyer and all. You know, a couple old timers go visit them. Anyway, then somebody goes, "Hey, listen, a buddy of yours is having a Halloween party around the corner because it was Halloween. Fucking Chuck Zito. He wants you to stop by." So we go around the corner. There's a fucking biker. There's the Hell's Angels Halloween parties around the corner with Chuck Zito. So me and Missy go there and we hang out with Chuck Zito at the Hell's Angels biker party. And I won a raffle. And I won some fucking shirt or something in a raffle. And then Chuck was like, "Hey, you with Missy?" I'm like, "Nah." So then I hooked Missy and Chuck up for a little bit. And then I don't know. Then we drove back. So anyway, long story short, too late. Missy finally explains to me. It's just a long story. Anyway, so fucking Missy finally explains it. Fucking, I guess a long time ago when we hooked up, like 20 years ago when she was fucking in her prime. She used to be so gorgeous too. Remember? I mean, she's still attractive. Yeah. She's still really attractive for what she 40 something. Don't fucking put this finger up. Anyway, she's Russian roulette for this. She's still really attractive. But she used to be like unbelievably gorgeous. I guess like.
Oh, she was God fucking back in her bicentennial photos. She still had some of them. They got the brown edges that she sells at fucking shows where she's popping up out of the water, maybe like 1980 or something like that. When Eddie Gilbert had her. She was unbelievable.
Yeah, so we hooked up, and then she was mad because I didn't want to be her boyfriend, and she's held a grudge for me ever since, and that's why she's been such a bitch all these years.
He's a lying sack of shit.
That's what she told me.
We had to listen to that whole story so you can put yourself over as her saying, "Oh, she was being fucking ridiculous." I had to sit through that whole thing just for him to put himself over. Oh, she wanted me to be her boyfriend.
That's what she told me.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, then we've got along ever since, and now she says I'm her shrink, and she calls me up for her shrink advice.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you, it's a true story. Ask Francine.
Okay, well, why don't we just get Gabe? Well, Gabe's nodding his head. Yeah, Scotty's right. Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
How about any stories with you guys playing chess backstage?
He's never beaten me.
He said he'd say that.
The only time he's ever beat me was in a wormhole in a Waffle House.
Let me say, I would like to say this, that first of all, that I would say Hack has been played probably, the amount of chess that we've played, like he's probably played
a million games.
A million games. I probably played
100,000.
I probably played 250 games. And I've beaten him 35% of the time. So considering how much I've played, that's pretty pathetic that he's actually let me, that I've actually beaten him as much as I have. And Sonny Ono kills you. And Disco destroyed you.
What? I don't even remember ever playing Disco.
He made you in 4.
Yeah, right. And second of all, yes, Sonny Ono could give me a game. And third of all, you know what? When you wanted to go out with me and I said no, that's what's really started our feud.
What? What? That wouldn't be your boyfriend?
Yeah, exactly. You're fucking ridiculous. And no, the 35% is more like a 15%. And you got to remember, you were straight then, and I was really high on everything.
And then I remember when you came to visit me in rehab and I beat you in Trivial Pursuit.
Oh yeah. Oh, they threw us out of rehab. We lasted about 15, 20. He never answers a pink question fucking wrong. Hey, you roll the pink. He gets every fucking pink question, which really irritates me. And the sun was in my eyes. I tripped over a rock.
You know what the best part is? Every time we're playing, I'm about to checkmate him, and he goes, "Look, it's Hulk Hogan," and he dumps the board.
Did that to me. We're fucking playing in the back of a truck. We're playing on the tailgate of a truck when we were in Hershey, Pennsylvania, getting ready to do that run-in on Vince McMahon or whatever. This was after I spit the beer on Savio Vega. I think Hershey was the next thing. And he pulled out. I'm getting ready to check me. He goes, "Oh, there's Hulk Hogan." He's fucking sending boards everywhere. And then you got to buy a new one. And then he stole my chess computer to think that after he stole. We just do this thing. I try to steal his shit. He tries to steal. I had a shirt of his for a while, though, and he didn't even know I had it.
Yeah, you stole
my
my
Tiger shirt or something?
You stole my Zeppelin shirt, too.
Yeah, the Zeppelin. Oh, it was a Zeppelin shirt.
Yeah, did I get that back? I got that back, didn't I?
The Hawaiian shirt?
What Hawaiian shirt? Do you still have one of my shirts?
Do I?
Yeah, you took a Hawaiian shirt from him in the ECW arena in Philadelphia.
Yeah, what shirt do you guys still have of mine?
I guess that's the one.
I
haven't
think Pumpkin has it, and then she wore it when you were out.
Ah, Pumpkin's got your shirt.
What shirt is it?
It was a Hawaiian shirt, and then she wore it in the stands when you guys wrestled each other, and you were trying to get him to look at her.
Oh,
yeah, but what shirt is it though?
I don't
know.
Blue
Does she still have it?
I'm sure she still has it. Yeah, she probably wears it. She wears it.
I hate you.
Yeah, I know, but she hates you because she asked you to be her boyfriend, and you said no. So she's like, "Well, I'll tell Hacky to steal a shirt."
That sounds like a recurring theme in my life.
Oh my God, you're fucking horrific.
That's what she told me. I'm sorry. That's Francine. Call Francine right now. I got her number. We'll call her right now on the air.
Does it start with a 302?
Yeah.
That ain't it.
It's there in Delaware.
I know it's a
We'll
302.
call her right now on the air.
All right, call her on the air.
All right, hold on. Let me hit the phone.
All right. Meanwhile, I'll entertain you with my version of the Running Man.
Hey, oh yeah, you know what we need to do? We need to get it really dark, and we can make like we'll make like an owl.
Everybody did that thing when you were a kid.
Oh yeah, that's really entertaining. How much time we got left in this tape?
We can wrap it up.
We're in OT as it is. Oh, call Freeze! Oh, see this? He thinks because I got you laughing with my version of the right here. You want to see me do my Michael Jackson moonwalk?
Let's call Missy up.
Oh God, no!
See, we'll get into the
Because
shorts.
conveniently he lost his phone. It's out of power.
I'll call Missy up if you want.
No, call Fritzy like you said you were going to do.
All right, give me my phone. Give my.
No. Go up and get it yourself. No, I'm getting it for this.
All right, give my pals.
I want to see this.
Give my pal.
I'll be doing the dialing too.
All right, I'll call. And give me this. Ooh, my phone's actually ringing. Maybe it's Francine calling me.
If it was
No, it's Casey. Hold on, I have to talk to her.
Casey at the bat. Oh no, not Casey.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend. Yeah,
Casey.
This is my ex-girlfriend.
You're going with the tattoo?
My ex-girlfriend who ended up going to jail for to federal prison for being a coke dealer. What a lovely romance that was.
Until the tattoo guy stole her and he tattooed a serial number on the inside of her lip as his property. And that's a shoot.
That's the only girl that ever cheated on me. Thank God she did too. Oh, what a menace to
He
society.
did. The girl's a good-looking girl, everything. And next thing you know, the girl's body was filled with tattoos with a serial number on the inside of her
Yes,
lip.
but thank God she cheated. That's the only girl that ever cheated
You
on me.
smoke pot?
I don't know.
I smoke
That's the only girl that ever cheated on me, and which I figure there's a lot of girls that I cheated on in the past. So I figure I kind of deserved it. But thank God she did because then she ended up in federal pen. So it kind of worked out well for me.
Or you'd be visiting Sing Sing on a daily basis.
Well, I still tried to mail her a cake with a file in it. All right, Francine.
Come on, let me say. Now, don't be bullshitting here.
All right, Francine.
All right, I believe that
All right,
part.
ringing.
You know I'm cell phone
All right.
illiterate here.
Francine, it's ringing.
How do I say it's ringing? I don't hear a ring. Oh, voicemail? Oh,
No.
likely story I might
See,
have.
look, see, it's ringing. See the timer going?
Okay, see the timer going.
All right, we'll get to the bottom of this mystery. If not, we'll get it back on part 2 next time when I come back. This is a regular series for me. You're just a one-time flunky.
Am I?
I'm a regular. This is my series.
The Raven, the Chronicles of Raven.
See, the machine's on.
I didn't hear nothing. I heard. That's all I heard.
Franny, it's Raven. Give me a call when you get this. Bye.
Oh, look! It's like he's leaving a message! It's
not there!
Ridiculous! At least you know how to play it all the way through, you know what I mean? Hey, Freddie! What's up, girl? All I heard was an operator saying, we cannot place your call as dialed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end.
We cannot place this call as dialed.
Changing your program?
Yeah, I'd work with somebody else.
Exactly. I wouldn't have let his wife give me the back cave.
I don't know. I loved it all.
And that's it. Thank you very much for joining us, guys.
That's a wrap.
Welcome to Ring of Honor. Most of you know about the hardest hitting, highest flying, most athletic action offered by ROH. But in case you have missed what fans and critics are raving about, here is your quick introduction to Ring of Honor. ROH features every style of wrestling, from bloody wars to pure wrestling classics. You'll see real characters and compelling storylines that won't insult your intelligence. ROH promotes pro wrestling as a sport with bouts of true skill. You'll see only the top talent. The future of wrestling is now, and the new style is being offered by ROH. You want stars? Check out Mick Foley, Eddie Guerrero, Jeff Hardy, Kojima, Paul London, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Masato Tanaka, Raven, Steve Corino, and many more on past ROH home releases. You want legends? ROH has hosted Hall of Famers like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, the Great Muta, Abdul the Butcher, Jim Cornette, and others. Current superstars like Samoa Joe, the Rottweilers of Homicide, Low-Ki, Ricky Reyes, and Rocky Romero, Bryan Danielson, the Briscoes, CM Punk and the Second City Saints, Dan Moff, BJ Whitmer, and many more make ROH the most talked about product today among those in the wrestling industry. If you get a chance, make sure to check out ROH live. Now sit back and check out just a few examples of what Ring of Honor has to offer.
I can't see anything.
What is going on? The lights, oh my God! Oh my God! Huh? What was, Homicide just fireball Joe!
Homicide has just absolutely crossed the line. Somebody's at...
Look at this scumbag!
I can understand one thing about being emotional, then 1 second thinking you're the world champion and realizing that you're not.
Homicide is snapped! Homicide thought he had the world title, and where did that fireball come from?
Look at the crowd.
They're shocked, I am shocked, and
Hanson's down.
He hits Hanson! He hits Brian Gorey! Empty the back! Get the locker room out here! Homicide's gonna kill someone! And Homicide, he's cleaning house! The locker room is emptying! Someone's gotta treat Samoa Joe! And here comes everybody! Someone take out, yes! Look, everyone's going to Homicide now! He has to be restrained! And Joe's finally getting treatment! Oh my God, I can't believe that this is what we're seeing in our
I don't belong here right now, Lovey. I'm gonna go out there and get a closer. Oh look, yeah, I'm definitely getting a closer look. I see the Briscoes out there.
Punk, where are you going? All hell is breaking loose here in Ring of Honor. And Homicide is taking the whole locker room to restrain him and take him to the back. Samoa Joe being treated for that burn. Where did the fireball come from? Who turned out the lights? How did the lights even go out? And there's Punk. What's Punk doing? Punk and Cabana are jumping the Briscoes. And Homicide is tearing up the locker room right now Funky Cabana jumping Jay Briscoe. What's Mark doing? Mark! Shooting star press on the Second City Saints. The Briscoes and the Second City Saints are going at it. Here comes the locker room. Others are trying to restrain Homicide in the back. Artie's going nuts in my earpiece. Homicide is tearing up the back. All hell is breaking loose. I've never seen anything like this in Ring of Honor. What's Cabana doing? Asai moonsault. He saw the Briscoes and hit him with an Asai moonsault. What's going to happen with the Briscoes and Second City Saints tomorrow? Someone's got to break this up. Homicide is tearing up the backstage area. And what? Got a Marcos. They see the Carnage crew down there. They tried to stage dive in their match. And they hit the Carnage crew with the stage dive now. Chill. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Where did the fireball come from? A fireball in Ring of Honor. What is going on? How did the lights get turned off? Who turned them off? Was it a plan? What is going on here? DeVito going up now. He's looking for revenge on Don Marcos. Hold on. All post-show promos are canceled. All post-show promos are canceled because of what Homicide is doing in the locker room right now. Jack Evans joins in with a dime of his own joint. He's not going to be one-upped. Hold on, I think Homicide's heading to this area. I'm out of here. We'll see you in Chicago. Up on trying to maintain order in this one. Rave avoids that backbreaker and hits one of his own. Now he's going for a Russian leg sweep. No, Strong holds on. And now Strong takes him up. Oh, beautiful variation of a backbreaker. And now we have Walters and Aries going at it again.
Almost a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. And this time the referee being out of position hurts Generation Next.
As we have two factions fighting it out right now. Roderick Strong going at it with Jimmy Rave. And there's a Northern Lights by Walters. But what's Jack Evans doing? Shooting star press. Back suplex on the bridge by Roderick Strong. Shooting star press by Mark. Both men connect. And Mark going to pin cover. Not quite enough.
Both teams now pulling out all the stops.
They've worn each other down. Mark Briscoe challenging Jack Evans in a battle of shooting star presses. Oh, you don't want to do that with Mark. Mark will fight back and hit harder than anybody. Whoa, what an angle on that back suplex. Mark lands right on his head, and he might be out on his feet, but he's scooping Jack up. Oh, cutthroat suplex. That's what pinned Omar Tortuga before. But Mark too injured to make the cover. Someone's got to cover Jack. Mark Briscoe might be a non-factor. Jack Evans will be a non-factor. And we have a Jay Driller attempt. No, Jay could not get him up because of his knee. Jay now is trying to get that adrenaline rush. Yes, he's fighting back, using his last-ditch effort. Jay Driller, that puts them all down. And Roderick Strong rolls to the outside. 450 by Austin Aries on Jay Briscoe. If he can cover him, he's going to win. The 450 pin special K earlier. Aries, though, he's too stunned, too groggy, too tired. Now he makes the cover. This is it. Here it is. Walter saving the day for his team, saving Jay Briscoe. And now we have Walters with the injured neck against Austin Aries. Oh, Walters cuts off Aries. Everyone going for their high impact move. All men are worn down and tired. Oh, he dumps Aries. He wasn't able to hit it the way he wanted because of that injured neck. But Aries is still out. Turns him over, cover. This is it. Jack Evans with the save.
Both teams have had opportunities to win this match. Both times their opponent has been saved. You're going to have to isolate somebody, especially if you want to try to do it with a submission move.
And look at Walters. He is pointing at the neck. He's definitely suffered a serious injury. If he's having Hanson look at the neck like that, Walters might have to be gone. And Jack Evans takes out everyone on the floor with a springboard 450.
Well, that's how you get everything isolated.
And Shelley there goes right to the neck, drapes it across that top rope, which is just a steel cable. Double boot to the back of the neck. And now he's got the Border City stretch. That applies all the pressure on the neck. He's made many men tap with this. And there you see Rafe trying to make the save, but Austin Aries cuts him off. The Briscoes are down on the floor. Walters needs to make the ropes. It's his only chance. No, he tries to roll out. But Shelley still has a Border City stretch. He still has it cinched, and Walters taps. It's all over. Alex Shelley, ranked number 3, just made John Walters tap, who's ranked number 5. The crowd on their feet in Philadelphia. Generation Next has established themselves as a force to watch here in Ring of Honor.
Themselves well